Rofo mema wache baby awo biara. Ebia na woni Ghana memo ha. Ana baby awo na de asa memo adwo. E ma akwaba e de ba Adom TV dwumedi ato ne din kranhyemre so. Edi am yeso ani ni tekotego. Muyiri sha ho ye. Ma kire se suban bi wo ho ne ye bi wo ho a ene si ye edi akwan. Baako, you always assume the worst. Abribia no bibi ni a me ye me enko me ko kan be say. Very often you pass judgments about yourself and about others. Aba na se ko e bibi no. Ka shepon ko. Si ade a me ko na anye ye be sere me. Na anye yi a meni begu ase. Me ko na anye yi a ade na si kwan sa obepesu ehunu. Ene suban obetimi da ayo a ebeye asise wo de ehu na aka wo na anu bi kura de abrante bi o so opeyere o sha baba na baba no so muna nanim se na baba na nya se wo muna na nanim tie o so mi ko kasa be penu yo beye me ampani ampa wanti me anka njira baba no ko rem kaka na abrante bi frɛ no na abrante na di ko so se se ga onim se de afri wonsa ekɔ se bibi ba wa dwen pono so ne de papa nko don't think the easy way out of anything you want to do. Stop and think hard about what you can do to make it work. Ade bia nyiwa emre awasase so. Ade bia nyiwa emre de manipa. Na momunya suahunu nya kudro ni subampa obeyo. Hwe, if you think things can get cheap for you to do, nothing can be cheap. Cheap things can cost you. Adebe afubia no obenya mane. Enti ko bibia emmohu. Memmo ho sobo. Memmo ne se dabi nyakudro na pesuahunu na kase adewi metimi ayo na ayeye. Most people are stuck in their past because of a past experience. Ebi akoye bi na anya yiye. Enti eba yo say we enesu biom. Ukoya anye yie no usua bibi firi mu. Ukoya anye yie no hefa na usinto efire bae. Ukoya anye yie no de na anko yie. Fa yasuahunu na sanfa ye biom. Most of us have a negative mindset. We think the worst will happen to us if we try. Bibre na bibia me kosom me de me frantomago me de ekoda me 90 na chese sansem na aka kire ho na wabrabo aka de aka. Onia nia obi atimi ayo no oso betimi aye baby obi afura koduro no oso betimi afura kodu nia obi ayo no kra oba ya broso na emum ebehia se won kansem a ya baguro o wadwen proso so benya koduro na wapesu ehunu ene nyansa na wakanya ho na wakase nia obi ayo no metimi aboatra me de mentra ho ma obi nko emfam me nkodi mesuso metimi ayebi na often your own words, your own ideas and intentions become bad habits that block your progress. Think right, think positive, act right. Think about what you can do to make your life better and to make the life of others better. Think about what you can do to add value to you. Think about enhancing knowledge and increasing your understanding of things, and do what you can do in the best way you can. Se obetimi aye bibi pe adisuade egu proso na pentriase efa de awosua no efa ne nyansa na efe ode ekoto na bompaye na fansa so bibim na ye attempt mpo na ye mpo na yi a wona wo ya na anye yi a na wasua de afirimu akoso aye men kada se me ko ye enye yi me ko kan emfa yi se wa ko kan wonim se woni suban ya de kan te pesuban ya de kan na pesuban ya de yo penyansan ya de kan na penyansan ya de yo na wo somu a ebeyi onyame kan ho aha ena meja meda sound osmosis ena camera ima ena empo CR ɛna me production Randolph Priscilla ɛna Ejawabek ase wo a wonya amre me no onyame enhyiraw aha na meja wo na menya fide ni mfiri ha Badwam adwumade na bɛkɔ enti no me do onyame ejaw makraw
Adishimama yamina chen yamwakwa Badom TV Badwam kasiye so anopen samwasiye na brason sauti biesa Adom kasiye yenani teko tego ase nini mkranshe ensemano pay ni etodwa omu bi ya wobeti ni yachiri enipa baako nso adwane ebra wo bi wo modema na dwede show wonde sekan akotwitwa no ye de sansam no ebebramo yebekọ dompo ase na yakwa akwhwe mfie miensani ene wo mu asa wo mo kwan ene won matede efise mpanifo aye kwan na ma won no nsem bi na no pay me Adom TV Badwam kase Facebook/TV kase no ewo ho Go TV 176 aye channel Adom TV wo ena DSTV 280 midin ede afia amankwa amaklo afia ni die kwan sutie se den nsam ni nkyeremu ankasa etie Abemua anase abrantia wanya mfie beduo no ne mfie hyeduo no amu no wo din ede sha donko ene aposifo wo sawiamonya wormo akye no ewo bodi mansini mu ewo atoyemantamo ne nyina ne se awafo bi ada anadwo de shom wo yebo ekro bi a wo bodi mansini mu wie wom de sika kwa akotwitwa awafo yi obi nim de baye Adom TV kase etwaso
to mi sola me de solite over them to mo baye no mo be dum ete sola na battery no ma dem ba sum ti abasa no mo so o mo phone keepers o mo nipa tu o mo pusu dan no ama dan it me be at the spot on na sa dan na bi no ana mo bobri mo kata no so no nti me da no so no me de danet nti me de net no empani chim nti tama me bobri no na se bibisa ba me so no me bobri no pepepe na nipa mienu na moto nsimi so skan wetwa na wetwa ti me prepare na omo twitwa na mo hum bi ma na ma sa ja omo phone keepers no omo de mo sa finger baako ana mo de etua light no ama ani adum ti omo hum bi ma na ma sa yi mo finger no light no yede atom so
ura yi kan so asese asem wasi no aye ne wonwa pa isan se watena krom honum emfie dunia woni obia enyi asem ne senti wonim ne nti a sani pa bonifui baba beto ahye woni na busua so
omo twitwa meti ho ene mensa ene mechi mesisi achi ene mensa fingers no ama ni na ntini no ebi atete te ma yede ko jabo so aba ya sabia ana mo transfer me koji e free sada na be pemne ama dwono sa mente ase me na obi so ani asam me na obi so nkon na asa manka asam bia nchiro bia aya sambone a be ka sa nipa no be de aba fa so agina so a betimi de adi ma wusie nti ma dwono sa be pemne mente no
maento akase no so na yenkoye nsamfoforo mu na dompo ase adehye enene wode ensamboma road ministry National Road Safety Commission penfo se wo masama wo kan ye se dompo ase kevo kwan no wonye mfama wo mfie miensene no wo matie ayama won Adom kase etwaso
ndo ya titi dudu oya titi emeka no doso odoso masire ene overtake na sabio on fokun Mr. Ghana drivers manya yi woyen kwanedu na masire Ghana Road Safety Commission foso won say na enuanuma police fonu so won we dwuma do say won we dwuma do say akwapi no obokofom zamanya za wakan is won wie ma yeta say the 1 year hankotin wori ya za ko takradi ntina na mesre de baby ara da mazimbi won the whole Ghana na 1 year ma akonhye no nkofom
nana efu asemewua ene ye poase hema ono so de adesede to abanye ne mu se ebeyi a akwantempon ahodo ma mu nyina no woma ne nyina enye dual carriage se ne ebeyi a obetumi ate akwanhyia so ewanyimu sanso de adesrede eto swafo a ohwe akwantempon ho nsem so kwasi amwakwata anim se de ohye wonom bo so the speed ramp se ba bebu wonom akwan no so wonom no wommeye se ne ebe ya akwanhyia so bete wonom krum honom ntitiru ene bra wo twi hyan a wo ben bebia asa kevo no ewo no
traben enyim de sesiara ehwe Ghana akwan na no kware ka na doso wa Ghana ne so ekwan kritia na ya namdo ere pane yanko ho ere pane ehwe amananza ekwan ebie na wo ya ne kasimpo wo ya na ebie no mbra mahen amaso bi pedo pane yanko a onka feminka ekehia akwanhia yesra honala ekwan ne de no kware nyi wa aye nanso onye
Wanyam kwendo ya titi.
Manso ena kane Cardinal and Bishop Ma wa diocese ne what one anono e won sie do no wodi no ho enkomo anasasa de ne tibia ene ne bobrete e bra na wote asase eso wo kiremu ana oyobi ahohye ene odo yima e woni mu pa ene pani ato anono sie do waye nkai dum de amano e ho na kane mampani John Drama ni Mahama kopie ya wode sansemi etuja
to testify for his life. He was a good man, very good man. And I always say that what is our purpose as Christians? Our purpose as Christians, they call us Christians because we follow in the footsteps of Jesus Christ. And our work is cut out for us because if we follow in the footsteps of Jesus Christ, then we must act Christ-like. And the whole basis of Christianity is to love thy brother as thyself, and to do good to especially those who are poor and vulnerable. And we all heard the good things that our brother Cardinal Richard did. He used to feed mentally retarded people, send them food every day to feed them because they could not get food for themselves. And he was generous and good to everybody. And so we were all very happy when we heard that the Pope had elevated him as a cardinal of him. Unfortunately, God gives and God takes. And he was taken ill when he arrived in Rome. And unfortunately, he passed. But we thank God that he was recognized and elevated in his lifetime. And so we say that God grants him peaceful repose, and that we must all take a cue from the life that he left in order that we glorify him. If we follow in his footsteps, then we glorify him even in death. And to
Quanta South MPP constituency no Madam Frafo e wo timantem ye gifting yakwa ene wode ato man nim se wonsuso mfo won ho ento wonkunu so ne mum nsa no nyuma ahodo bi wonkosua bi se be ye be na me no so obetumi aboa won ho no ho ene wabusua e futu nsam ya Adom TV kase etwaso
economic empowerment na ye kana dada ye dependent the person yet me share ni my yesina ewe otum afuto wa kwa medema emaya ya besina ni emaya ye semesramu
Director Edema Patriotic Ambassadors Movement Alex Apia Inti ensun semo di tudwani
botai ni se ye mpawa ye mama no mmea a woni nsan adwuma ye ma on training ni am skills ni ye kokon materials a wode bebo wo mmea se benye ye mama no na na akọ school ebi wa akọ school to no sua so an adwuma de bo wo bra kan se ne a wonko sresre
Womanfobia womo enya mfaso efri entitie ewo nsano dwuma ho no womo bi ni Adom News atwetwe nkomo
da ye bring for na ya Adom say ye besua nsano dwuma no aboa e pa especially ye youth a ye so ye be boy bra we bra we dress o ho a obetumi di ahwe wo besua college school fees ni a enti emeli amasua ni e ma me akwanya ma mi sua nyoma bi edika me fashion because me plan
engagement kente me pamu nyoma bebre na eto me bia pamu obi engagement nyoma afa na e so ye craft fund engagement fund e was akra asa ba ma no to me the ye program na ne da yesan se ma besua bi aka obi place order se me pamu no wedding nyoma na engagement me gidi se bia me so to me aye we ni aka
Adom TV Badwam kase na ogiso ehwe no na owura atakofi Emmanuel Tatabilata mensi crutch pani ewo kwandai mensi ni mu osi enei HIV mbo wana manu so ewo ne mensi ni mu anyagro ti wo de adesrede ne afutuo ena emabunu ye wo ho so wontwe wo ho free ne mabia ebetimi wo amwate yade no ne mu wo mo abrabotene ne esefata se be ya yade eba soro ne betimi abafom Adom kase ne no edi nkomwe
mesni crash e kwandai no ne amane boni o de shebo wusujo benkomo twetwe mu no ene wodi tuja se ebra wo te se HIV AIDS yare no ekosoro e wo mensini nim honom no ne hu dwiri ne pa ofasa akonya no so to omanfo a wonom eti mensini nim honom a HIV AIDS yare bi o wonom ho se moma wonfa won hu ensie na mum womomodin so obekwa yaresabia ama pomudin adwumayefo ahwe wonom se be ya won hu betumi ato wonom dene kasa ebe wiye no enu otu awofo ene akyekyerefoɔ nyina afo se wonfa emabunu emfantetie mu na wonhunu yenti wose wobo won ho ban na wotwe won ho efiri ne yoye a ebema wonom enya saa yare yi bi eho
Kisa aba a doctor for say so on the rise afuti am dima panda for say argument ni guy na ebe yan so asi protect ya nti leto youth no for say obi obekosa yinu come on so benya condom and I be too for so who over be a wound na just go and take over and you should be protected. Sometimes even the condoms can fail until best threat say we should look at it say what by near boy and so and best it will help us.
No so na yamfa Adom TV Badwam kase ne si yadamu asepa na momra no adaje na edwo dem ti mehu se ahokeka no ewo mu pa wo pese wo pie ko ultimate live on Facebook/Adom TV o mahine kwabna sante esu gina ne na so yie pa wa ha be me na no pe ye mu ate
majoso
na bibia boko de
onyame Adom bibia boko just that no me catch ka kana assembly president ko Abu Dhabi no eti no me catch ka kana
na se adwuma hu so
ahame
ko unim so ne o mampani betu kwan na
ese se o twen me
onu mu twen
na mitimi etutu ne o ma bi machians but o ye se we nya private jet no we ibia honsem na bibi nti
ba se wo wa nso betimi akwa
my ne se mekọ enwumre na makọbo na me yetime didi nkomo bra ofi Abu Dhabi obekọ London yetime akwa nti mi se mo fa nche me troop na modi kan no me ba be sisi mo chia ma mo kama mo ka se me hwe achi na me ntimi fa names na ene insacha mu ministry no me fa me tudwa eno na ma me delay na ma me delay
asa juma se wo waje aye o
no completely
okay
I idea on the daily is we need nkomo na matimi hu amana hu de koso e wo man se na fo na tinka ni titie
na o ya sure so de man
o bibi atodin
na ye hu
de e ba umuze bibia na na oh yes oh ye wie etinyame ado ya consider emu bi okay ntino efi bi a chine ko no mami wo ha dia o say
o sa o bi ti o
ewiasi pa de we wo say uni ni pa tese nyame fridge le ko no asem ka make kwa secret e for na yefo o say hwe no asem
pa cha bi ti o wa papa
enti man panye pagya ni mu out the list no abatu manimi de madaroma mempo na afiyen kwa ni because franka sempa mu nyina mo frefre me na we na one me ka je adwuma no ye adwuma president situ ye adwuma mama mpenya e se oto no na reka nya de obehuni de obati bia na woka so at by we ni de I had to say the amfa mama ntema e bia edin sem bebre e be on the list number 1 ye Raketi Hammond oko trade ministry trade intino mon channel so ye Raketi Hammond oko trade Franka sempa susuma wa sumu nya chira ta open timati this they to subiem era Brian Champon oko ye agrek inti mon hwehwe ne mo ni na afi bi they to subiem era Stephen Amoa do not friend sticker era Charles Edubohan in the position no nimnyam first ka akotena ono de to so biem yera mo aboaten yera asamo aboaten mususu mama suma se bi pese muti bi mutu boy ade no me ne bampa na ya adwuma na ade me ne mo me sa kese we no kwa esa me muntu bobo ase. And this omo ya me mpanu no me ka no omo ahase e churo gidigi to obo ase na me be ka kire o
na sa wa ka bi ntu ya so ochiro
oh
die bie no won twen
de to so biem ewa se wabo aten de no me be ma wona awie ba de to so biem Dr. Napo ono to so de to so biem ai ewa abuji napo ne ojo nje napo emu de owen no
na sa John de owen DC
Samuel abuji napo no lance no akwai
wo hwe
man payin asempa o
sa wo de na free him
baby o we die me fancy ana ambadu any pay education
Dr. Educhum.
Hey, Dr. Educhum.
Na enkom sha na say physical
reality na make yi.
Dr. Asa dey say can be dia wo ye. Because vim nim asa wonya sure.
Eti bi dia mamu.
Menyu.
Eti anu anu no.
O dey ya listen na
be dia mamu na e de beto adom sana. Wo say chairman panyin wo eye London ansa. And sana what final changes but the bobo suka cray, you know, Chiro Duka, Katie Amo, Asamoah Boateng, Brian Champon, Steka, Nyoma Bibes, I did Penmun Antipi, you know, one yet make come be a damo ye meet you me with him.
It's when no changes best.
We no changes best.
That's all boy.
Yes, here be a bedroom on Adom TV so said the fear man quite kind of wash us and team in a crowd. See if we sabre copy me said non crobo non kuna we no obasa koso ahwe eye Adom TV because you know my papa e the mount. It make say once out there to no be say na obetiti the e show crying the mo tima bo wa obra wagina na so prep. The am what me adwon on my Ghana honor the friend of that sense of patriotism no what me demonstrated the actually. I don't be also my culture and train will be in country say also sefata and yes you can and train will be in country say Frank Asempa we are ngurani we are proud so young ngurani who officer young ngurani who friends who say we Frank ni how you to so a Ghana ni you have to be proud to be a Ghanaian. It's very important. Say when you're proud say we are Ghanaian bibia da bebu Ghana bonfia ubu Ghana bonfia ubu ho bonfia ubu ho bonfia so your progress and development na ebeka actually because Ghana no e ho na obegina no otima tutu nyoma ba ko mienu mi say ba ubu Ghana hwe from there na wabu ho ahwe from
na so wuti
and do so no pa bia that positive mindset no Mr. Wadaroma fanante na afi mi fa kokobo we nsu ntwam a driver for Wadaroma Mr. mo Sampedu hwe de ekoso pa weekends so Kumasi Accra road no so a driver for be sebi bia na ehwe crazy agu itrim dia sebi
na yenti na omo ko race wo
na passenger for ni bi nsu no minim o te car mu driver ni speed a okọ take na oye mu nyina mu nkwa ho asem na se bibi na be si ntim na de to chacha o ze I don't know now unti so omo kan o car nim so na bia ye nti dia serious
I mean tro no dey see last week you were Cape Coast kwan you really ba ho yes so omo kan you na wo driver ni otisti echi no so wonti abede won the speed this enyame nti nya sa won ka bu ha ba kan fa no anu so on
kwan no su Kofi Ampadu ka sa muni ato ho pa speed na no ode and wo hwe weather we so ayeko e bonko a na ka sa kase no su kra de omo ye ne se omo no be post no me overtake no itu ba no de hia osa no so pa fa be wo so na ko baby
we ye nipa o nam kwa so o nyire o obi a ho se bi aboa de anu ode
anu ya because Frank Asempa hoi meti hoi wa wo hwe utie hoi onyame si you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Sa ne mano abi se tutu na jeje mu fearfully wonderfully we are no asa catch us say no an say so no the ball na dey pa biem na say who say won fa so e dey pa na be say catch you biem say obia o ba asa so who won fa so ma nyame who won fa so ma ba bia wakopi shoemaker bia shoemaker 20 years ni that one major man nipa be thousand yay shoemaker shoemaker entia okuta uniqueness
even me ntwa no na asama ye superintendent ba ko kan se obi ahu so kaya ye ada kaya ye fo ebe ko strike no na abehu se
kaya ye hu ya
wa na o man wa frefie so o man be pack obi ahu hia enti se wo na wo hu hia wa yesra wo busuafo a wo mo as passengers ne de fom kodu jojo fama ye wate enko race bia utumu se speed bi wo kwa anu me say anopai say enu ase ye call party kofi birthday ya ye be wo mo mu krokra sa ayi na as a sports nketo ano sports cars nketo ano mo mu speed e different so what is ade no na me say ekwan ya hu se nkrofo ne nam kwan ho bibia betumi ese obi betumi across so na wo try wo car na wo be try a sa cars no me ye sure so person wo hwese car no okwa ye wo ba bia e bia nka wo be ye enye me da obi a timi buy any time e ho na wo try no afie beba na ye wa kumobi de hie papa bia wonam ne ba bie ti mo miento ye bo mo light no so mo mienhunu car no ne light se de etie e bia no odin too much nti e boy mu na obi de to wani a so unim kwan ne so a the next minute na se wo hyenwuram mo miento ye bo ya kasa ye mpanifo anya nkoda before we driving license na ye nim se wo ye of sound mind wanyi timpanifo na mo tutu ye guei eni emfa mankra na because a panimu it is enra say panimu pa chi taxi ye dinachi ye kwa so wagina kwa bram afi mi twa na me hwe na o pani na say papa panimu say we are responsible if we ye fra da ye to pono say ye me nwanwa say ye live said ye tie we ye pani am ye hunu pani su wo mu we ye akronso na ye hunu pani a wo do ho afra nkwada ye sra ma drobafo mumiento ye bona baifo bia ni ho ye na na ye bayi no we ya na de akwhye obi no obi ye ona wote wo ma ne ye waye mumiento ye bo na nkrofo amukun wa na no de ye mo ya driver minim so ho de aba de no mo kasa na se ho de ohun na wa nwi na wase wo na atwitwa yi enu fa so be ne wo so mumiento ye bo mama kasa na doso adoso dodo.
Okay, so ye peja ho pe na chese ade a wo de ago kansi nkomo be sister Sandy be a guy eye awon sepe to aso enu achi me ka say efisem ana pensem muso e be to aso e de ama the new crusading guy dey sha say any man vote MPP out to end power struggle in BBN NDC secretary na ka saying top MPP members endorse Akutu say and afi NLA chases illegal operators any man also John Kuman laws GRA and one say the Chronicle say estate developer land guards dragged to court. And one say big one MPP raises a red flag over aspects of debt exchange program. John Jinapo, is it Abu Jinapo? Abu Jinapo takes over trade ministry as Alan officially leaves office today. And the Ghanaian Times also say president attends Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week initiative in UAE and offers 70,000 students to benefit from 2022-2023 loan scheme, the big one. GRA backs 75.5 billion Ghana cedi in 2022, beats revenue target by 3.6 billion. Yamamumu and Mapa and the Ghanaian publisher say MPP others say no to inclusion of individual bond holders, and it comes with a photograph of Iraken Ofuriata, Frank Anodompre, and Oseche Mensa Bosu. Anyway, if you see something, say something. Nick Danso rally support for local businesses. And once another publisher the Bokata Diaba.
Before I go online, I need your consult so boame kakra. So be to some penny a year will be as a for penny 4 person or more preno. Yeah, not bibi wo mo after no. E de dia na ba.
Say opeso nya baby.
Flag bearership no.
Say ya kwanya de di kan say obeso mo party. Na kwanya kese na ba pa say obeso mo mai. Enyumunyam hwe wom no eno ye key. Ana obetu ho ache nimdia nyame dia dom no.
Wonim se won we ne no.
unim se unwin ubisa se one na ekosi akan na ohwa
wa husade
ba wiemu nya nyame sachira na
enokre no
de wo free nazet
enokre bat
ana ade no so wantu ana mo ahun se obewini ana unwin enti aye o se asumesi de we de wa fa wi kura so obida ubehu na oben sa na ade na koye we de otimi se we de wa wi onka nkura
nipa be 8 9
na di na chi
na munyina mo oba wo hope
na ebe ne wo hu radio station se be 20 je bia multimedia de die nim kan ebi nim so mo yire ahwe so metimi ya o ma ba mumuye o mu so ko
okay nti se wo ma awareness ya refine do music ani ade mo
there be adu nya certain percentage na ndi si de wonti say 50 then there 1000 we dey corporate flag brothership ya de ketwa na the ball koma enye adwuma ketwa franka sempa so all the sense kan ball kom so ko gina mra che bedwa fa abusua kwaye efu o moja ho besi sanoma nyina kan siani ensiaga
no aboka
nya kabo uba o CV so a
mi say CV no
o man hene kwabna sante flag bearer aspirant 2022-2023
ma o CV mu yedu
ama mi mu edu eno achi eboa mi ayonkofa bi stronku bi ana o man no su di dwa bi o kan we na oprese o mampen o kan we na oprese mampen na wa kro hia kan na oprese mampen apalu na his excellency former flag bearer so akwa donko baby a peja ni free any baby ni koduye na Africa na kodi sikase mu nkomo kora na na kwa don konya akwanya kobi e addition kese pa nipa kuma bi ene nya sa akwanya no enti men fran show trim se me kosi akan minim se minya na minya sen me nya ho adodode no sa no so ati ase tu na ma yes Nancy oh yeah yes Nancy if I be a secretary leave as president it's so good yeah oh wow
ayo
so oh yeah
because baby I say oh
na assemblyman class honorable assemblyman na odi ebiem assemblyman honorable crown no yento bi ma no moto crown assemblyman ono afris kan to nya bi eso say honorable assemblyman for akwatia sa
ono ho no kwa de ya na me ho gidie wo mu kakra say wa anyi ye kra at least urezi na
if you na who is say who is say now apa paketo isi ogana odike odike isi ogana akua donko eni paketo isi ogana akomadan tomero eni paketo Ghana zi mama menko agude mu nyina abesinko agude omu nyina abesinko
ese ne nkache
oh president agude o on so abakeke biko hey
sa
but what's actually wadwene
because I say wo sika no fire bibi
the surprise was adanimo wotina haka say hey papa yi hwe wa toso miensa nipa na anti won hawa osikika na ombri tia wabum kotim ba ene wo saba it one hwe yi a won na sura there be so obia wo but wo ho a ezo nyade hu bibi a odi besi wani su bia no na na do ye typical example
mampani ho de
ana me chese bibi a odi besi wani su bia no so won ye nko ade a na na do ye typical example baako mienu miensa odam surata nye sa ade a ukọ baako na oja ide obi a choro nso hwe franka sempa omo ye sa ayi kra ayi okotro exams me refer exams kra
o de cancel
okotro 8 times the 9th and of course that you send to school fees the 9th one no the registration 9th by an excellent passes
oh I see
obi wo ho akọ embassy be 22 times in embassy declaration form 23rd one obekona eti abrabo na nkasa de 1 2 9 na o ka se mi untumi dia
yo baby ayetu na baby wo ho
then baby ayetu afia baby ayetu o ti hesisi a o se o be so
yes bia na ko
o so be so in the next 10 years oka the management of CNN ho a obi atena hasro kwa but work towards next 10 years if you try to
and possible
so
you know
bibi mini bientia echichire wo ho sa san ke ekosi akan clear say baomia alantremate omo na wati
no bi ebi wo ho hu sa bia no
bi wati ho susuma ho mente
oh anyway
now ayi kojo bonsu kra ni Dr. Dufo so omo John Dramani mama kusi akan yo
no
dia no
Say no.
I didn't say no.
I did before you be your cry say ono a.
You only say be public me finance it bana.
Was asisu ayentia wa unsa dey. And you know adomonline.com say the news near the buy na couples o mada na jude suomo say wi body ho ba bi na obi akotwitwa wo mo.
Obi na twa na so mo no twa.
Debre obi na aba o mo ho na jo abetwitwa wo mo. Eno na areho arepa ho asem adomonline.com na areho sam so weekend yi like kuma se esi eja to fie mu ni ade sese niema nti ho asem no so e wa adomonline.com na entertainment mu na o se Papa Ajasco wawu afia sa ba ha biem I'm not dead original Papa Ajasco cries out ti me hu de ya na nipa wuo bi ya ma binumo so obi nwuni ebo na wuto ya na ya menwanwa o ye ni ekumu before obewu kura na nipa de ya no ekumu tie no akatua no beba ho ana nipa no property ana na japade bi beba ho ara I had dream say nipa nwi pa na circulate sa te say John Domelo be last year mu ho ba bi my dear Jai na enye bad be ma wo ye na afuo papa bi gina na so bona wutu ye se ka bi na ye de ka bi abeto no ho there be o ada na so di owo susu obi bra ne branson ye ni nyina ye se trend na na say dey na wuje ada na one fan susu
na say trend
but hard
ko trend say na
hard nti mo mi anya careful na ho enye nti ho adomonline.com so e de aba anopay.
Okay, so Mama Cow said now the area Jampo your guest in Ghana said they no mercy politically. And it's just
Jampo Bear
Professor.
Okay.
And he said you also be prescribed no be go from debt restructuring any said the political parties see the on issue ade hu ministries hold on ministers na hon komo MPP amanyuku na kwa nipa asase yi omtise on person se frankato ye be access obi awe na afia NDC so John Dramani Mahama area dofo ana area kojobo so omunyina omo chances you make a date
but if it's someone so won kobo enua ba bi de story abreye yi modern meme mu ha adwene atete no ne ade onfa oba yi nyehwe so a housewife ma otifie no won wo hwa na say housewife ni nyina na kwabrane no owo side cakes no ne ade be 3-4 je say fa ne nyehwe atete no wa komu ache nti ama oba ne hwehwe o tem na bia na mi yisi hwehwe si form say ya hofe na te na swat wa e basa nti ene no kra de be mama ba se no no atranse we se da bi onya fon sa ho ofe e odimu ti nyame adon akonya be ma wa afuo bi a one no e hyehyɛ ho kakrakra ade o ye na ni nyi ho de but de ekeka ko na so ko ho no aye happy bibia de da na akwa mu kama de ma no enya ne de de be ma no so do o
be bi jinan kan mi titinkan na nya o da nga ho enya de
Enti asamu a
ama ke ke aba enyode semantic enyode
enti nyame aduma prophet Alex Shum beba beka me ho prof ha
oh good
awo yenu edi abai e bia na ekoso wo ba bi ya na nyese bia
nyese bia na ekoso ba bi yes
say Adom FM this year enye easy aware mu nsam no doso aware nso kwan ware pa enti asam bitumitim say papa mo gbani mo biriwa enti we eye anyum enye bete enti nyame
mo tu na ma fo nyame wo kwa awade ya busa obi awade
enti no yare be bro yentsna sini entie bi na yenhwe hawa ebeti ne manya bete ya ware no de no kwan de ware wa pa because long term journey na wutu no ti yenhwe kwan ya be na ye kama enye bete ti ye kwaba rakwa na bi ohobi ewie okay ti ye kwaba na mun sam Professor UK Wallace atoso
Ema kwa ba kese bi onde ba Adom TV so Adom TV so bedwundwuma die so dia wo kan se ho sempan sa kana no pensu ja medindi Enoch Kwesi Wolanyo Wallace, a good year catch back the only nomenclature the professor's degree in sports, the Regina Wallace, the nation's presenter, and the Messi Kunya Elkono Quantum Coding Small and Saka, and no pains to be Ghana good year ejao. Channel Swam say you Kunya Mensa and Abums Kajuti men and Opedin common eba. 1xBet, I've always told you that betting is better than Sakawa. Bet dear, and in testimony change say we can before and I didn't Kumabia, Udin Kumasa Menum, a Busia bet with money that you can afford to lose. Kayra and Yoyano, and no any deep bet nemum, where Japadim says Kao Kosho, a Shampasia, Tebia Koton Konane. Na first ketu akwaje kese bomodin da so do betimi age 1xBet muni mu finu wotwa emfa honyim emu we nyina chi no pe bet ya 1xBet na ma boss nya mu financial freedom last year mutimi di brunya ni so the 1xBet and the bomodin da ho betimi asagim je fast do tetahwe enso infections na tete gonorrhea syphilis candidiasis fita na so di pon da hawadwen a setimi ka je fast ebo pro ahrawa ne omre bo ho ema otimi di nchine bomodin da odwani 18 achirim herbal shops ne pharmaceutical shops na maonsabetimi be ura kwesi da dem a dansi am for the base only chief fast can save bomodianda so sabitia keboa e ma niama etian to ye diama said more gel and roll on ultimate pain relieving gel if you a pampa so be pimonas na doing a two pain ya odi ase fi widi nim e bo ma niama ekoye edema kwa shama me market na fitema so enye na ho kra se utu bi aton ana se otodi aye ho no obetia from 0208219129 na on a said more gel and roll on phone paying for yendwetwen komo ehwemwa Emaniama intimate to ye and famao. We more sponsors say touch and an open so you didn't come out and saka or can see mono et major. And chance and fair bruchridium. EPL matches out with 10 p.m. when ye Manchester United and Manchester City. The friend in Chile or Spanish La Liga matches this year course on Real Madrid for a transfer Barcelona become a coming and some take Canabaco pay was paying Montensono the white DJ. Inti Madagascar for debut our chan tournament in Ghana 2-1. This is Sabri among for down Mujino Homontiasia, but Oreson Mexico African football is of age. A tumpon, Omogusu Jina baby Mujina, no more talent, Homono, baby Mujina no Mujina. I was in a nema AC Echo, Black Star, Black Galaxies, Omo Echo Egypt, Echo camping Kakra, Egypt in a period no, Satana place in a move cataclysmically to and from the camp, Omoko sign contract, the Ama, Omakaso Mone Konyaba. We were not focused in Tianra, Madagascar for H. Sampa. Odomania Bre, I was Sakins, kissing her, Nibiti and Sepio, Ghana Group C Hono, Yeni Sudan, and a Sambo second game. Nafi, Yene, Aye Morocco for, Eddie a third game, Etienne Sampem, so Madagascar Puni, na Morocco. Yamia Doman, Commodity and Santua switching, but other fixtures, it may say Group A or GA4, host nation, Omichi Libya, Kabako, Libya, China, Kens in the Etienne Santua, so be Group D, Mali, any Angola, any. No best no 9 brim na fenso no so brim no Cameroon any Congo for their Kings beti at 10 times nyame adoma asempa 94.7 FM adom 106.3 FM the live commentary the vivid description of whatever will transpire live on the field of play no ana the bebro ntia na wadwen here na yet me the live commentary no at me eja your mouth chan coverage no 90 minutes nina of every game be between South of FM. Yemra Ghana Premier League week 13 matches it means PM United 1, Mediama Sporting Club 0, Accra Folk 0, Samata 0, and Afe Karela United 1, Adriana Stars 0, Dreams Football Club 3, RTU 1, Nafe Kemfaisa 1, Tamale City 0. We any matches EBA EPM.
Ball headed down nicely. It looks good for Bechem United. They're coming close. The dummy on, and then the player goes down, and yes, the referee says it's a penalty. Build-up was good from the far side. Clinton did very well. Tried to go around his marker, brought him down in the box. Referee was there in the right place at the right time. Bechem United have a penalty. The fans are waiting for the uproar. It's a Pia Kubi in goal for Mediama. It is the captain for Bechem United, Kofi Agbesime. In he goes. 1, 2, 3. The response is clear. Agbeshima gets a goal for Bechem United from the penalty spot. His third this season. He picked his spot nicely, although Apia Kubi guessed right. The power behind the ball was too much. Badwam United 1, Mediama 0, 94 minutes gone. Here's Abonyo. Can he maintain his composure? Ball goes out, advantage will still stay. The fans obviously enjoying themselves. They waited for so long. The goal finally arrived. Mediama have to come forward thick and fast. Agbeshima gets his head to it first. Headed on nicely. Hoping for a goal number 2. Badwam United. A miss there by Hafiz Konkoni Wanta. And referee believes that we have had enough here. 100 minutes of playing time at the Nana Fosuji Abuo Park is the home side United, courtesy of their captain Kofi Agbesima. They beat Mediama Sporting Club by 1-0. Penalty expertly taken by the captain. End of game scoreline.
Has a fook and so to me a draw on a summer test our Accra Sports Stadium. Omo elevated back to Accra Sports Stadium a draw and omo the says Lafco Mantage as a Western Nema is your course and Ninja Sananema City. I was asking here when it's a matters about
in touch. You saw. I said before game. I know my players was very tired. On the half was already exhausted. We tried to change something to put fresh legs, but you saw today they do maximum. We cannot do more. I can be satisfied, willing, especially young players. They need time for continuity. And they play a lot of games in short period. As I say, opponent have 1 day more for rest, and I saw that 90 minutes we can see that. Very tough.
Slavko Mantic has a full coach no. After I say call base 7 on beating round no. West Mexico so near Kenya draw near the end of board draw start what was society no. And Manignon was who say board draw near that one that bia. Also you see young players no or be share players so many need to sapientus our league nimtino sa players mu timium tie we time and the best start here Ediama has of folk into winning kuma and also Abadami Adoma den kon betia start we matches no air start was Gold Stars best on the Fekotoko na fe Accra Lions omle kum Chelsea and so Ediabo so we suna megina na media na nkomo no so asi she no so mame say 1x bet I've always told you that is better than soccer bet there we try to be for didn't be for try kuma bia we didn't kuma sa no manum je fast mixture don't boy adwuma too much infections na tetiwa mansan kan je fast na fe sedimo gel and roll-on your ultimate pain relieving gel fu pampas be pimo na sede ya odi fio e praprechi bua amanyama timiti to yedema women's pom teach ma na no penso ye den komo na 18 sabreo we san share mo radio so e be sa den komo na 18 sa to aso bi within the profit ki wala sa gudi catch back na bigina modi of course evidence based sports presentation 8 major happy belated birthday and koma Wilbeck Ampedu chairman we too much fantastic morning and koma will be Sabri the act of being a good to not to say goodbye.
Adom TV Badwam na Ocean yada sepa mo Facebook/Adom TV yada mo asibebre semwajebre na mo share media fia amankwa tamaklo ne nkomo no ehia semi no mienu yetie bie nti se wo kwa adwuma de a erade mfa nkomra sumdie mu maye ne mom se wo nkoye na wo kompo na nye na wo drive nko ade ultimate share live on so e wo Facebook/Adom TV mo fie mu offices ahodo ya mamunyina kwa aba yada mo se pa anopai mi emfa sedama aboafo eso yesene se yemfa fisam enkomodie yi so emro na yo St. Andrew Senior High School kasia bako a eno so eboa ye nti awofo abatan BC so hwe ne senya me ya adom a 19th Thursday and eba out nti no by this time ese wuhuru school a oba no ebeko Senior High School bako a private eboa pa ye St. Andrew Senior High School your boarding and your day so nti mfa ho ne ba bia wo hwe me free so wo pe school pad oba ko na courses ni nyina ya kire no anasa courses ni eni nyina bi wo ho a fa oba no course St. Andrew Senior High School sanso na Kel Kit toothpaste so eboa yem pa Kel Kit toothpaste yem kredra ye de twitwi yesi anopa ene anwumre anopa wa twitwi ne semo nyame hira anwumre nso try de twitwi ne se se day ni na obedidi e also twitwi ne se ansa na obeda eno ne the last na obeye de ama no ko supermarket ne pharmacy shops bia na also pekel kit toothpaste nso a ubenya bi e wo ho kidi ministry upon so e nkredu akra woni die wo de ma ne kidi ministry upon bi enom wo hu senso ya ba na duane die mo awofo abatan mo ani entitu nka won sem ma ne kidi ministry upon ebi Piwak natural health wo madro 3p garlic mixture eno so boy busi immune system no now immune system wo form hu se yare bia na ba beso nya Piwak natural health 3p garlic ni bi enom na mo na mustu na ma ahoden sanyuma koi adaroma no mo so yasne se yeni enkomo ewo ye fie emu ensem nene minua ba bi de nasem ababedan mi a ewo se yenyina yetie no asopem nansa na no a happy birthday nko ema Pastor Alfred Ofosu wo Cornerstone Baptist Church ewo Dome Pillar 2 happy birthday nko from Amwako dakwa eno always show a happy birthday nyame hira nyame nyo kese pa sanso na Mrs. Deborah Bonny so wo PURC Research and Corporate Affairs Directorate and mfie 40 years nyame fa double 40 years and sanka ho biema ho demu nyansam nyame hira nyame nyo kese kwame anum ho na everyday bra Deborah Bonny Mrs. ho or PURC Research and Corporate Affairs Directorate happy birthday nkoma obi na wudu wa woda bia no nyame hira o nyame nya okese kosi so obeye kese pa nenne de afi yasesem ye koyanim yenim penifo bebre aye adwuma afi so yasade foforo so ahyehemu biem na afi wo mo ene wo mo ye adwuma no ye de afoforo so hyehyemu me ka foforo nya foforo bebre fi se sha Adom TV asekura de meka se o sofo pani a ye de ne hyase na agya adwuman uya na edu obi akodia na 2023 sa bam biem gidigidi pa odimu de obeka bia no efa me ho no mamo je de ntie ne sa me ne te say make ye na ba chire ntie ne mini ka akra monidi me wo prophet Alex Chum e wo hase make say wa kai sampo say Adom TV anopabosio kabane na yarmo a wuze wo ye adwuma den papa
yenya
why hot pa
benye hot pa
adwuma what ya se pa o say what ya se pa TikTok ho ba hu say o ye adwuma ho ba oh ya me ta hia ho e na ya
me boni
ona kwa no ho na wo ba
and what is some favor na see na sofo na me say o say na don't be afraid say mo kan say cover o say dey
ai
na me say eno so na don't be obejum no mo say kofo use me na so baby a on na me see the woman we shame na me ti jam na me bi na me no kura sin na ma go case
yes mo afa ho na cafe na ka say ye didi agro bia wo wo be ko na so for ye de o TikTok ho
the first time obi say say the other say and also after COVID-19 no na say no so be wi ase foforo oh ba ko no bi na oh my ready brad na de bia de asem be hia mo ho
fa hia yo ho
anti am na so ma no e am se me hia mo ho ntu am hia ho no
eti anu kra mi ani da ho
papa
so fo she ho de ya
it's true
wa de bia wo post bia wo ani da ho
so me se wo sa asem na me se afia
me de a cha kra we yan ketwa
sa ho
ai na me ka se nyame mama su ayi a kabedwane na sasa but obi ane ne talent afini yesua wo ho nti nyame hira mo ya me hu me pastor ba ko ayi pastor Diodu so wo msi ye ayekese pastor apie ha
ebebo wo
sa ebebo
because I asa ye wi ase foforo bi ama nti o se ya di bibi su ya ho na boy yin
na ho ayi momra ho ni nyina ya frem wo ho na de obefa no obefa wo ho
that's right
obehu ase wa hwe be na me ho so no bi so ne nkwa de afiri wa
obi frem yo ba me panyini pa o se ya santo a ewo wi na na mu nimpon o so obejo say France oh bompa ma blowa wo ye de be ko
mu wo ho dada ye de be ko kra nti ye da se papa na me sure say so ma me ne abusu obi a ho ye sorry man so obi a ho
ye kama
na me sure
kama we ba so me so ba Peter Saki na nam
okay Pastor Saki ye chira se pa afishia panso obi ehun ba obi ati udi adwuma na moye nyame hira na ne papa na de nkomo eda ho de so e ne ma ekoso sisi enua ba bi yi nanim say ye moa na ye mfa ne din ma but e ya asem a akoso e ekoso nso tina je waboa ye na nya bete ya ware nde sisi de aye bibie wo ho enti no na asem a wode aba say I'm cheating but I'm a happy wife now wakani pain na no ayi Adom FM baby as ye share afiase omo kan ware challenges de bi wom asofo okran so mo omo de wom obia mni aba but mu se be ma na tete na che waye bia be ma aye no ho se o tete na no be tete wa try abusuan ne fam de sanko omo nyensa ne emu obia kwa saasa o de no ho agim yenya nyusu machine de but also I happy machine do nya miem but what you say I say
no
okọ bonti nkomo
and I say basa so as onya chance timi di ni nkomo bi timi che wa bonti be fi say bi say de o ka say de onye na onye di a say de o ka say machine no nya miem di afa but me mebu but
no de no kro machine also onya nyusu ba wo hwe nipa be kosa ho no na tumi sa ade bi akonimu ache nti no me nua ba story na me pese me share me kan kakra e wo ha na asem no men kan bofo na mo no to so say I've been a housewife for the past 13 years taking care of the children and the upkeep of the house. I didn't have any other life but to keep care of the family until I discovered that my husband was cheating on me by having many other sexual partners. I got really depressed, disappointed, and was always crying. I started growing lean, and my life was just fading away because of my husband. He was not remorseful. He was not even having sex with me because at a point in time, I could see my life in the mirror, and I realized I was looking very disorganized. A few months ago, I decided to forget about my husband and my life all over again. Ever since, I've found a boyfriend who is also married just as I am, and we are seeing each other just like my husband. I can see improvements in me, and I'm enjoying life once again. He made me feel loved again. My home is always very peaceful now, and I take care of my kids and have fun whenever I want to. I'm honestly not too happy with what I'm doing, but I'm really happy now. As a Christian woman, I know it's not good, but I'm happy. Your thoughts about this, please. And me born a tough one. I did all your and the dear. Then so ne be ma te den wa kan sie muna na nim twum. Appreciate it. 30 years in a housewife no a ye aduane service mo ye bibia. E kwa bra na tie kire ho na de emogum no a sesemu a na asa be ma ne nuhu onhunu se ade na oye no enye esa tete oba na tete a na so ate so wo hwe no kane pa na hwe na na no ogya na so kra na ye twa fa hu no atete ese wo hwehwe asi fom sei be ma ne mfa ne nye hwe e jo ne na namu abrabo se kai ma me nsore na nyame nkumi de enye sei ya na be wasesemu akohu obi so ono so aware e neja omate wo mu hu ase eso wo mu bogum a so happy just say oba fie so hu se fie na ni age be ma no ye ne on so ye ne de na se ye ma na ne ye hwe wo mu enye ne pe be yesa asam na no odi ohu o kan se na se ehumobro bi abamu sa na me de asam se de je se papa no a wo bam na aboa ye ye hwe e obi asam pa obi ahia de kase pe de na koma so eno dofo ebi a na nya wo ebi a wo de na fe na ebobo baba wunhu papa ba ba kire ye ne famu asam kwan ye be fa so ye be manage situation bi say ebobo kra ba kwan be na be fa so hu no be de no hu say ne ma bi nye ye ntimi start na me stop se be ye nkodru ba bia kodru ma ye mfa ye hu nyimu bi onye hu no ba ye de hu ji musa de na ye de ene de ai se mfa to hu no ya do so master ni mo but so bi so a ono so de no hu ji mu ese Ghana he ya so sorry man wa tu omfo a ese asori man wo yusu nkura no a say o tu afremu one day o preaching kaka so monte o say enyina de ohu baji ese o ye fante na fantene maintain kam kan fantene o kan fantene na aye de pa na so for so de point ko we preach ya munya yo munfi
o aware de
o so for aware aware na de we ase nkofo ni yusu mebo no o ti o mo fo ante ne ye mogu me de fa mu keke elsi e me ni de papa ye nua ba no na sem a wo de abeto ehodi 13 years ni easy aha
ase we de din but ye nyanya me nie on say de di kan no ye fan start say e de kra ne awade awade no ye kam awade ana say bonika marriage na de ba bitim kan ye nipa mienu asetena nipa mienu no nya mema ne bema nya oba no but oba ne bema na awade so nyankopɔ na hyehyɛ na awade no more spiritual power fear awade enye honam nneoma asɛm do ye honam ne ye nante but nipa bi on say ye honhom ye honam nti awade ne more spiritual the sense awade na hyehyɛ awade nti no be fancy sunsun ade na I say no before say obi kwale obi no Genesis chapter 2 say the senti bema be fin na ne janchen the sent that's what casting bi o the senti bema ne be fin na ne janchen no akobata na ye no ma be honam ba ko na honam ba ko no say me no he ya wale ye ba ko nti enim na nse ibi bi ase unsuo ba no ho bi nsuo ba ho yididi bom yitimi dwale bom tiase ti abaye honam ba ko na afiade ba ko mu ni say bia obekwa de awade no ejina odoso no nyuma bi sei no obeto no buase onye bi da
okay
because awade de odo de nti am di start say nyam na ehyense because Bible say God love onyame no odo to onyame no hyehyɛ awade no odo ni wrem say oba bro ho asema okunu do yere obewie no sintimo nnom na monye honam ba ko nti say ye beti ase pa afia odo na ye honhom no emu odu o se ntia asandfo anaka Africans odo emu do na odo nti ase no nipa nti ase mesti mehia wo alo hia me minisika na enso so uhumi na odo a wodo mi nti no opeme afia na wakofa obi akofa lestream na sika be no wo we the sister ti sem be yourself no na so for the sika be no wo time kwa to fa jo ati ase nti no se afia hume na wodo me pa enfon se me pa boy ba akope nti ye nti ase se odo na de awade nam na bihie obi suso no be ma okwale no afia be ma ni wo sika ne maame so adwoa wale no afia wale no wala let's tune osma mempe no de o se minya odo bi ama no nti awade no ye nwale saa keke odo sabi unu kunushi ai sam be hia o baby na mo didi nkoma afa before so be pena ma wukunu eno ananti am akoye ho ade wona apene so se wo anno na kan fa nko papa lo ma me ho ti enti asese awade no odo ejina odo so boni be ka se foundation of a marriage in a love men kan sa enti no okay kai first 20 chapter 13 na e kasa for dusu ba ho odo wa botre odo ayemie odo tinima bi ase odo entumirika odo twentwen ne na ase eti se ye nua ba no minim e konfa so hu ye de se obi na ka kire no so no ne hu ye o se odo ni kun ne pa no ko wale ne dia ko mo odo no enlidi no no nto ne bu ase emfa nya mpa be ko nyankopɔ na hye mpa ebo no nanka erade mi kunu asesa be yira asesa erade obi ase na se mi amedi mani ehu badafo pa kora eje me yire mi kunu erade ye bibi ho nti won se onyame no hyehyɛ awade no ono aka se misafo a obetim bia fa so esisi ama awade nya sa abakama ewi ase obi ahon fonso pao obi a sofo president so kwesdi SD sofo joato obi ahon fonso asofo difo kwa de bubu na de meka ne se ye nua ba no so kasa oye bi amna ni agi na se kwa bi so no odo onyama ni kru kane no eni hobi
say ni hobi because ono amfana anya hwe ohun before bedu ho rutumu say kwa ya mu ache 30 years ni o
time ko to say odo wa abotre it was sanko to ne bo
nkosi da be
afia Erade ka so be obayo we dey say me dey soft sim dey be but on say abrabo mu no se wo hye obi pa na yare sem kwa na opena sem dona afia wo bibia na so oni bi kwa na opebi na oni bi kwa ofozo ya mana to sanka enu aba oto ne bo ase because odo na odinam oni ne wo ma ana meboa ana sabi you sex e wa wade m eye but nya sex nkwa ne awade
enye no papa afa sa me twitwa no de na enye no yi na be ma wonya ohun se wa mo ba na tete wa tete enye sa na no wote wa basa so ohun enti mo ka se de bia sa mo de sha mai
ya fa no we kama nyina o
eno kre eno odo no wono na me do no na nsho odo no back enye na se de
enti odo e wa abotre odo empre no ho no ma bi ho
ti no e di no te ho
da bi nyeso ayedi empire bo nse bakasa wade sunsunmade ye hunu me na afiatie yaware obi on se yaware but bibi techiro number 1 ade bia nkabo muwum nti ase no do mu no atamfo ho pacho ati ase nti bitima ba se bia oba na chi e bia one day bia o mame ana papa oh sister me kunu kra to ya bra mi o nti mudie ni ebe ne ya obeti ya ko bi se ngu awade no enti no ye nua ba no o se nkoto ne bo because ade bia obia obetima se bia no so obetima se dia abrabo na ye bo no ekukurahwe ase wo mu ukọ no aba si ya ba obesu bedu baby no abrabo ite se player wo trem first time wo trem a wo nsu bi bo seed bet ansa na so ahwe abobi bo okura da metre obi di otwe enye yi to oto no bo hwe se obi me pagya me si ansa no so ye bi e move no move na me no si usi na obabi to dimchenti me mpese ma yesi bisu pato ati ase be ko ya edru sei na elko no afimi ade ye fun pa na ma me machine pato ati ase ti sa no so hu se abrabo na okomu no abuso na ko wura mu no be ma de dika tete ne baby ansa na okọ wale no oba de dika tete baby ansa na okọ wale no pato ye di ni asantini so me asantini dem fan say me ya abunani wo ya asantini ana me ya asantini kai se me kasa nko kai se me medua na papa ya de banku ene akore wo so opefufu batu ya na enwo se yade ya yetime tete ye ho ase e odo na ye adwuma nyame na hyehyɛ ye na mebusa questions oba no e de no ho se ni kubi chiti no ene number 1 catch there no so bi na catch there na e no se nko e careful no to no bu ase hwehwem number 2 yebu I said and saying me tell you mo pa na mo bodawuro we dey we draw ya mema na sabi maye mre wo mpe say it on ye wo yade bi ho e bitimi basa e bia sabi ukunu no sa na ache no me fa de sa ho enti no se wonfo ani hu so ne afi atwempa na obi na be ka kire wa na no nti wo so ata na dabentina na say on fa no won ka won me ne on me nya sexy dabi mo ani hu na sa
wa kasafo ani hu
so do ani hu amen yo ye mi alas do ye mi e no ho but so bi na be ka kire wa ye careful nipa no bet by your townful e bia na okuru ko ntimi no wonna se de ka no no ye no e bia wo nyini number 1 number 2 bia sa ya de bia che no ti pedro ma no
enti se say me nua ba no apart from the na working na be ma no nso because be ma no nso bibia sa de na wo ye no wonu no ho along the abotina no wo gineni enti
oba no de no ho se be ma na gineni
aha gineni
e na pese mu ti se oba na hu se be ma na gineni a number 1 say dem ka sem pai bo no number 2 ende be na oba na ye at this time be ma ni tim ni nye sex pato ati ase
nye sex nko a o
me ba o number 2 ede enti na afa de wasesa e wo no ma bi em onhwe nkwada ebia obuo bi a oba ne de ba wade no first so oba bra wasesa no on se obibi se ye akanfo yi ade e ho aye mpene se obedo oyere na no were be kama na fe aso so for ka ye we yo if ya ye we yo ba fe on se the more na oba na ka odi ye afi na se obehye so on sa akanfo ye de no afi on so ma da chance bi me man fa sa mo masem no che se me fa first intim it may be say oba bibia na kane o ye ma be ma no etimi ye na sedi ofie no so a change number 1 ebi adim number 2 ebi a ne 19 kura number 3 kura isi a ne sabio ebi a amotuom ha on say okwa abonten no ebi a office ebi ohia na djumem ene so ho ayefe me fa twa ase nti bi a kane no se me hia o ne bi a me fa se me hia sisi kane no na bi a no ho ofe ne waye no secretary ebetimi amama kwa abonten ama kwa abonten so betimi aputum ofo no bi ho ama mitie no bi oseme ba papa no metu no fu se oba no pa e bibi asesa enya ne ma gora ni muja
sa na no kura no wo be kan to aso na se ya warefu yi na onim se oba nso de owo a changes no ni ade ba enkura no be fie nso a se no responsibilities adoso be ma de bia obekọ adwuma no oba no so o ya housewife ye onye adwuma aha nti difference in the bebem go ba bonte na dress ya hill no ade wo yi
so come away
esa amiti we shepe ba bia be ko no oba sa akro no esa ntuma bi like onye ne ho ba sa akra na otifie nti wo so be ma na de na wo so so ka kire no esa isi bia ba o abena na afia ya yesei asa me ma no so muntime nkasa ade ne hawa na show na de apie
be ma no wa my housewife that's number 1
also onhwe ne ma no hwe
onhwe ne ma no hwe fie enti wa sede ase be ma pacho ati ase because Bible say doyere na okenka Genesis chapter 2 na emerade bo if madam we Adam energy you ade eradical say Adam so ani agedi a o say dress it and keep it garden no enti no oba no wo ye wodia mayama sisi no sabi umpa boy ebi anu achi uhye odi pie futuru ba ho o ba ye de o pepa ho enti be ma no mebu onu mu a adwa afia na nsa wo sesan odo da beska ni ho jiska we ebia afia na nsen binye ska ma no nyima nko adwuma style enti no bompa ma kasa de pato ate ase ti be ma no so no ene tiska ko ye ho ade ene tenafie ene na impeso bia be so ba ene ye wasede aseman pato ate ase number 2 se o hwe no ayemre wo mpamu a pedro no ko doctor ho ene kura de nyame adom TV mu boda wuro na ho adro se on se krofo hwe mo fine ena krofo di machi nti se woka se alechum ye papa oboko akoto efia amankwa ye papa oboko akoto enti no be ma bi awutie bi asem waye mmere wo mpem bo modena pedro no number 2 hwe na ni je mmere fi because enkola na wawo mo na ye wo moja okay Bible say ka obofu o mranti brim asa daba enti dabone ne dabe eda wabo akokora eda untumi adwuma sanete
ni nku
me ka ba say ye obi so say
ni nku bi amani tua no pa wa adwuma mu ha oye ya o say hwe yesi ka omofra o mranti brim enti no ne mranti brim no o jire ba de say o ka ye de o ka no na to mi ti mo mi say
ni nyina but anu so no onya ke
ya adwen kase o
ba obegine ni abedu baabi no na onante na sisi akoa obekase imre bi me fa me ni we shia me ni ma say die enti ono so e ke
enti ka obofo na doso
enti ni be ma me sra nkra na ya omuja enti ka obofo omranti bi no che emra wo ahoden a wo ye wadwumen hwe o mayi god that chum no ba be hwe e be ya pass wo ma na o mesisi adan na o kofi o beka papa pi enti mestre se awade nyankopon na hyehyeye awade eye wo awade entiase awade ahobrase ekoma oban be meni nyina na fia odo bibi no so odo chiwa odo chiwa won se me bakura mpese mbehwe afia na TV so na enya afia o medeko
then se wona msumu kra se wona
na mka chiro me say o na te kra akọ efie bi a so odo bi na upoli kra upra upso me pro odo ntinya hwe pato ate ase
adetia na abahu se
na me pry afọ na yi me di odo achi ama me di nkwase ase so den a happen na wi ti mesre se awalefo yam ye ni na ho obia said the onye because cheating enye o so cheati ewo o partner chi a okay babu ko tesi bibiro ba ben pese makukum ya sabechi o cheati o partner chi a Number 1, ese wajuma. Number 2, udum. Titi sunsum udum. That's what udum wa. Atu no ma bebre. Won say o ye be man nam kra say onye okay. Won say o dey o ju ani. As what mean say enunyam bi afiri so. Because won say o yere mo ye honam baako. Nti de mo na wu chiti o yere wo abonte no. Wu chiti o. Afi number 2. Osika 7. Ahada afro. That me here to what can I say? Sweetheart, what more DB? Oh, me here 20,000 Ghana cedis. Me here near pressure on the amount. Because what the one can be. But what I say, to cheat him and so on make it can.
So Papa Miranin tea.
Mate.
A copa, you been your number.
But I say, the number near that now 0244 37 78 and a 60 0244 377 860. My number now no ntino ofre mi o anytime o ba me be start bus you know
okay
say bus you know log down ntino me jai o nyo be na stop me o ntimi sa ba be start ntino ntimi sro obi afia bat nyame no start de me kwa chimota o
oh okay forest
your cost station 37 obi a Saturday no past 6 a.m. to 8 bia beti be station 37 ya ye ko bompa wa otis wa wade ejija what biju wa wade o your bow na some okro bi na ye Obijino, intimacy, that's it.
Prophet Alex Shum, and an opay so you are banning cobo. I come here, see a who be flags way, red flags will be our relationship more. Yen are dear, and you who want to summer, Papa de Maya, Yentie, Nayan Fam Yembra. Many papa come on here, see how more back be so at your home, a quaba near bar, Yabetwasso. Somewhere called by Adom TV, Badwam now with so channel. Yami show pa, me assure Seminia Barnum Commono, a cordia mayina, and tea fat in more foot to papa, a dear Maye, never yam a queen and so ewaha. I oba kukunini. Small girl, small woman, danger. Any too much. I queer baby. Meban honeymoon, happy birthday, and come my Mrs. Patient in Paris. Director of Marketing for Wilma Ghana, from Max Fuga, and name management staff for multimedia. Ya wish you, Mrs. Patience Mpare, a happy birthday. Yami show. Yamenya Mokesia pa Wilma Ghana for Yanumoye Juma Bebre, Tieda Mose. Yami show pa, no fear, Radin Dobo, no Mawa, Wardin, any young sonny, Fefe Musa, yet too much. Yame ain't show, papa, pa. Na me war. A dear will be any no, friend a queer GMB. Aha, Ocasadia. We are say a queer Ghana was beautiful. And no, so only deep pow. And so one a different, but ni deep pie, that came on a queer Makwa. Ocasa will be able to. I can't a queer GMB so. And no, I cry a one and the crowd won't say, Papa, me more fish yappa. I've been committed. I've said now who offending me and Copan, you'll be a come so I did. And you know so what? Come on. We're 18 inches.
Okay. We're 18. Which is a minimum, but I think they're 26 inches.
Yeah? 26, so, and you're better. Why, if so?
But that's also why if a pass. I'm here, shower, for free.
Amen. Also, a shower. She has said the other Dawson. Amen. And to us, one coffin.
Amen.
Now I come as well beside the one your mouth.
Amen.
Now, we show you. We didn't quite different. Show Dawson. We are in a day. Now, we are also purple room show. Purple room. A room there.
Okay, my man, that was in my first guessing so and call my phone. Nothing so mena Adom TV as a omajime. It's a mean family, you made the media and can't a year if you
say, we are now the year to winner. You so you know when the other a bar so dear a faminti a baham qua dear.
Amen.
See, I team, ya bushia or doninti a befa.
Amen.
See, a name interview won't say. Be free brow, but shall see difference in the back clear.
Amen.
Sir.
Amen.
It's young.
We a couple room show a Jumedi Yashishe as a day a Bababua a Ghana mine.
Okay.
A lifestyle show. But we say no air needed you maybe was also previous seasons now you are that channels now. Now be concentrating on only lifestyle.
Okay.
But the last season now me you are that channel no. Now my 10th anniversary as Ghana's most beautiful in team celebrity beauty queens and our models are omoye bibi and pempino say obi ewe ni pageantry a wonti ne nka ebiem nti na minister wade hu ni say met yi oma we ni pageant a che pie ama ama media omudi e de aboa eye Ghana man ani wi ase man nyina na this season I be you had we celebrate CEOs. So the show is basically about celebrating and perform impacting in society positively. Inti yachechemu 3 segments. The first segment and I ben CEOs na eni omuchichun komo. Area ya join us untimi kofobi mfini fie as ordinary ba show so wa woman bibi embona no so. Inti eni omo echichun komo ni wi a eni omo salon yako massage so pesa we na nan so we nyina na ni din komo e chipin wona brabom e wi an ya ba be didi ye via the last segment in your friend Oba segment as segment no and you discuss Oba segment Oba okay. So we have the chop segment, we have the Oba segment. Oba segment no and na di abrabom komo ye pe obia or ye related and I say onim nyansa efa sa topic na ye better no ye na be kasi wo ne ho ya discuss it but a topic at the end of the day no obi a wo hwe bia benya mfa so oba segment nti ayo e man e be yes say oba ma bebre no say free mu ba oba woni memehia wo se mudi nkomo e ma eniema e betimi abo awiase free mema na mu ba na bedan awiase nyina and until na me so my oba me hosting no tina ya to dey say oba segment ye no kwa ba ma betimi and mema CEOs we celebrate both a man and mema kasa segment na dey ye kasa e fa enema betimi aboa ni panyina eho na yeah we talk about health, we talk about education like enema e wo say enipa hu na ye hu ne ye na ya kire wi asenso nyina ne say na asbacha say wo ye CEO no enye se djuma wo hu nyansa nko a eno nim na emom onima prabom nyansa enso so ka ho wow and a full package it's quite different from all the other shows I would TV so enima be brain movement enima be brain e sha say that yes starting on the 22nd of this month okay Adom TV Adom TV Sunday yes Sunday okay a boy enumere na wo twene 8:30 pepe Sundays show the show Sundays Sundays 8:30 okay near the pepe okay Sunday bia any year starting on 22nd okay yo into where they also obi ahwe bie show it doesn't matter whether say we are cry or you penning and I'm say me your ba na my your ba time you know me create content me dwine obi a me pese enkwada nya so mfaso mpenya so mfaso intino intimi ka se show we say there unya 18 years a wintimi regardless of fear wedding no o hwa obetimi yesu evunu bi efri mu a wo de bond ma no obetimi de aboba na mabrano and I say even or youth crown warrior da bi obenyini no aba penny exactly obe CEO exactly into obetie CEO bi so we are not only looking at wedding fear say uko school wa hen no e kwan ben na fast so awudu ba bi awudu no obi ono so started with 500 cedis kwan ben na 500 cedis ni fast what me ye adwuma na e ma adwuma ni gina ye cause ye ni momo so di millions as start adwuma na ntimi ye nyina eti kwan ben na fast so that is what we want to know. We are tired of wedding fear say uko school wa hen e dey na fair ye drew time e wo say o fa see you ba show so wo busa ne say share ye kwan a wo fa so na so obi so ni so ade hunu say o to sa line ono so ehunu sa kwan na fa so e dey aye adwuma because obi ba wo show no be catch us so you so say na yeah no so no but in kwan they will say no ye dey waka enye say ye CNT bi da but they are na ye mangling say obi dey make us obi dey 200,000 start adwuma yin na wo so the 500 okay yati say but 500 no e kwan na fa so the start adwuma no e dey processes and na odi egu akwan mu make sure say sa 500 cedis na betimi agina etimi aye moho a amen na wodru baby wodru that is what we want to know now sir the purpose showroom and you be room no mo nyame ya Adom 22nd of this month yes shall see Adom TV 2023 nyame Adom won pa ohoma mo ntimo ma afidie no nkoso na ha ekua wonim de otime ye is golden stew or the abakama
yema bebre wo ho a wo ye onkasa bebre na we nso wa ye bia ene wo dia Badom TV study am GM programs etumo no edim se 22nd ye pa ho ntoma kwasiada 8:30 mo behwe ni afa bibia free youth mo tie na nya bete wo hu between your car 22 or 26 say ye onwanwa wo pebi enya bete ono so one ne challenges enya bete wo be we ye de che no ya ma na hye no kwa ne botom sika ti mo ani mre ye ntie mpanimfo a wone wo bedi nkomo no o ma bokosem ha o mo start ye bro ho ase na so betimi bobi abrabo enya bete but o bro ho ase a na me na no rezu kakra nti ekwe da ase unu team no mo ye adwuma
na ahobrase a o kan ye ma me fa bibi kakra nto aso okay pempi no medru ba bia obi ase o bro ho ase bekai me wie polene me ko Hollywood and sana me be Ghana's most beautiful na acting school ye kwa ade e chere ne say enipa opeso abrabo ko ya I also with them ramiensa and our principles 3 and nante the principle is humility the second is humility and the third is also humility
wow
baby biara opeso ko bia na ho brase na obi o hono mas yankopon ohia na bia na hantan eba but de bia sema me kan say oni baby abu free na oni baby apeso okudra keto na wanya no enya o say ye bebre na hantan emero mu enti se wo kosra mre bia hantan best to say eba no
wa kai
pom ko hwe wachi ye hwe baby o free na so wani swade hunu so ko wani mu a hwe sa ni swade hunu no ne bra form because baby a hantan ebetimi ede wadru no ahobrase de obepa e ho
twa ho ani we use pass our principle na di wanim abro ho asenso ama bibia do nsa so mu so yeye mo nti promise na say me last year baby pe na no mawie ho
but we no be sese
enti me ne akua Ghana must be on commodie no ye dey see am ye sure say kwasiada 22nd onye kwasiada we ye pa ho ntoma na je so wanya kwan kwasiada we yo because Friday ye 20th me ba get no birthday nti no 21st ye second 21st ye Saturday 22nd nti kwasiada we 8:30 pepepe me hu so for Israel bonnet nko because obepe ai no watie afutuo ne nsamo a panifo ne bi wo ho a o so mo koso ba ya ye ntante wo mo stories no e betini nya wo the people showroom me ne akua ye nkomo no ye di wo ha ye di si e wo ha me na sponsor na se wo mo ka ho nti ene nya no ne e di nkomo St Andrew Senior High School Kelke toothpaste Kidney Mini Syrup Piwak Natural Health 3P Garlic Mixture e do mo si bebre nya me hira wa wo hwe ye ne na nka pese me bie phone lines no fa che me kina adepa bi chien ya meba Facebook ho nso na mo nsema mo digo ho ne appreciate mu nyina ya ni so mo dodo mantimi ama ho ne fa che me adepa chien ya ye beba ho ne akenkan me ko o ma hene kwabna sante ne Professor Ransford Jampo enso ba be di enkomoni free ha mafidie no na ha ya yedase
Jabankwa tamakula CP so ne edisa nkomo we mamenka ene January ne de toso edunsia de trade and performance say odi ene so ache bedwam on Adom TV multi TV so edika ka chiro say bedi nkomo no fa Ghana ho nkomo no fa so famous mo very important san nkomo we say utia ne sinso so ne say obetimi de aboa ama Ghana etimi akonka na for what nyoma dodo na so a AC wo man no anya annual address very important na yaba wo de ro so de achiro say ene onipa obeboa ya metimi aboga na ho bra adwenedwene Ghana ho na sa akwanya bema watimanya akwanya busa na ba ko medim no ene ye Professor Jampo ono hia se be kyerkyere mu a kyerɛ se o say debum ebia na afi no adwene ye dia o de ko University of Ghana or political science lecturer hono ana okɔ eye Pentecost mu so enodom eno achi nso no owokuo nketinketin ro a bo mu akwanya sa bebre so na eba Ghana so ene se de abakosem ne amanyosem ye toato adwene ne nyoma ka ho nyina so a odi mutintiman ye pa very young energetic man Professor Afishapa Akwaba
afenko meto yen
prof bibia nam ne kwam
onyame adom onyame adom
good say ye brain ntino ye be pese enanimdi a onyame di adom wa wo de boa Ghana no obepono kakra de ama no wacheche no bia ni so esan se yesi gina se asoman under the fourth republican dispensation no ade ba ko a ade ba ko nan bia biribia da obi e ba kaso be ko atia keta sehye obema kwanya nso abeda ha ma mabunu nya adwuma eno achi nso obehwe se oman ni mpuntu kan ko ne betimi edi mo awie nafi that ahofama patriotism, that sense of patriotism they come oman no etimi amanagina wo hwa baby aya ko afi abedu titu de edi nya kese pa no ebezo onya brechire mu no eketa sha ene yakutia ye pa aban beba aban beko obia manifesto obia social contract on ban wono corruption, I'll fight it, corruption, I'll fight it, corruption, I'll fight it. From 1992 ABC and Nano Ponyame Aduma Yeka say the first challenge we have as a country is the continuous fight against corruption. Whether we are making progress and I graph no ejina baby ejina, can you prescribe at this point in time?
Let me say the battle against corruption our part of the world, it appears to have been fought and lost. And it just say or pepper and I say political will to me a fight no it appears to be lacking and I say non-existent
in your
be ni ho and on say obi wo aban mu a ni sonko na obi wo opposition so a ni son enko and afi the demeanor, the posturing, the utterances are as I say a ba abonte mani pe hu say proye nya de a ye be so no ya na o kai mmiri bi apaya or that president himself so be in Nigeria bra ye fa na say President Buhari yansana obetu te asehye eho anamompo no nsem bi a na wakeka no baye niema bi a ye wanga ewie sika far for money sika kra na nsana go after them no they themselves are under themselves hey papi but it appears that in our part of the world no enam kwan a ye faso eto aba na ye de enya mpenimfo mombedi ye so no ntino aban ba na ketasehye no ne kon no heading kakra de say obi ni sika a or the election and so opposite or contest into or a lot of people are more financial campaign well na eto de bia omunye sika wan na omo de financial campaign bia na omo nam kwan bia enye so na enya na omo be financial na obeye adi president na se bibia se wo kweti omo no na edin ade che say we no mu na de oba you eto de bia contracts bia de mama obi nye road contractor and so no mi tongue it man contract on constructed road and as enam jumedi bia odi and as a support bi or the supporter aban in its quest to be elected and you know yes anye road ni year untumi ogisika no amfa nya untumi nka and inema bebre it you know we share even also the institutions in the fight against corruption still are no even though abanya breso no oye ye bibi kakra ma say charge for budget to cost so na say for but still won say won ni akade no any sikado do a say wonya no the fight corruption which na say ya special prosecutor na no ho ye me won kakra young man na yefpa wo say bedi say dwuma no na utie ni interview kasa ba ye man for hopes na say for and saying why me wan kakra de say when you are in that position no say me mpenimfo be sa wo so na ma kire mo say edwuma na ka na no mo pese me ya mo mfa ma me na oni omo enya agreement bi and you should have done due diligence and investigation to know say see before I be call no na nipa kro ti wo no kra na o ka say sikasem a say ba na edi and so no be ma ye hope kasa ye meye afi edwa wo sike ni wa ye de ma eti no ono ankasa no we blame no say when timi anticipate say we be na afi aban so what you've gone out of your way to set up prosecutor. Don't forget to say yeah bra na ye constitution I was working at the IE and make proposals for constitutional review no we made recommendation not for special prosecutor who work in the shadows of attorney general but we make recommendation for an independent public prosecutor whose office is supposed to be separated
very
from
independent
attorney general and so abai well
Aban is not so much open to constitution review, even though the implementation of the constitutional review, even though it was very much consulted when it was in opposition. And to Oba, honestly, on independent public prosecutor, Obey something that I call a special prosecutor. On independent. And what you mean? I go out of your way to set up a special prosecutor. Not as a show of your commitment to fighting corruption, and they resource them. But and I want to say that.
But that's why because what desire manual semi landscape. What the 1592 every rata males every President Kufuor every John Dramani Mahama aba current one ya. Omu nyina painting picture bi say omu na mo bia tia keta asehye ne proye. Ebe wuram no na just for the cameras and amontu no mutu. So how do we solve that problem?
Well, how do we solve that problem? Ejina on mind for and answer awareness, public awareness. You see, one of the challenges of every developing country that unfortunately leaders take for granted, either they themselves do not know or they take for granted, no, is the caliber of people they lead, whether they are knowledgeable or they are ignorant. One of the challenges of every developing country is the fact that its population or citizenry are generally ignorant. If you read Michael Todaro and Smith for work on development now, sometimes you have to spend a lot of time actually bringing some enlightenment among your citizenry. Now, when your people are enlightened, they take to demand accountability, and they tend to ensure, say, they would always take you on and they will keep you on your toes. They will demonstrate, they will speak against it. If you are very much aware of the caliber of people you are presiding over now, but they know that we are mostly ignorant, and then added to that is that we've been plagued into reconcilable parties difference.
Exactly, that's probably a key one.
Yeah. First of all, we are ignorant, and secondly, MPP for be support nara, NDC for be oppose nara, and vice versa. Na face so no yashada. Esan say politicians thrive on the ignorance of the people ninti. Bibi to say National Commission for Civic Education. Yan resource okay, yan resource ama wom entumi enye den enye dwuma esomo ye. You know, National Commission for Civic Education, ye shas ye 1892 no, following the draft of 1992 constitution, it was essentially staffed by cadres, PNDC cadres. And in one around the time that they were set up, no, they didn't a lot of resources to operate because they were all cadres, people who had died in the supporters of the predecessor regime. And so they would continue to do their work. But so within the period of the Rawlings era and so forth, they were not adequately funded, but they didn't care. Okay, but when J. Kufuor came, the regime, you see, then they started seeing them as we are kids. In that case, no funding to them, no, it's now into me and no as a plague of the lack of funding or paucity of funding to NCC, I cost bribe for more up to now. And the politicians today know that an enlightened citizenry is a danger to their continuous sustenance. So ye manipa mu adwin ebie na omu hunia ekoswa ebema amanyofo omu ahyehye omu entino will not fund the NCC well, and so that people will continue to live in ignorance. Memfa we into us sir ignorant enye se wako school enye se oye professor enye se we PhD, you will be well educated and still be ignorant. Sir, I debt exchange program here ekosu, I can tell you say enkofo bebre wo ho a musika ho beka omoye mpenimfo and so omo nchiase, they don't even understand. Senia enkofo oposi, I'm telling you, Anka and travel, even the delays would not have traveled this far if people were to be. I can tell a lot of members of parliament do not understand. A lot of people in academia, they don't understand. So ignorance is one key danger and challenge that plagues a developing country. And I say if we are enlightened about some of these things, we would all keep our political leaders on their toes and ensure when say, hey, I deal with you, and conform me for more only more but the politician is aware. See him.
One thing I will say to me is that maybe you are too patriotism actually, and you appreciated this honesty and unneeded partnership. We might play a role, even the institutions that are mandated to be a check on some of these things ever happen, or your handicap. Prof, you employ Rebecca NATO, nation of talkers, no action. You best because we are meeting if you say, with the belief that about way bar or be page could do a way bar or be page could do a way bar, but about banko bana esa eba sayana essa. So how are we governing ourselves in this fight?
You talk about spirit of patriotism. See, patriotism or nationalism is a feeling of attachment to the nation and the desire to make sure that the nation prosper. The point is that feeling is not there because in the name of the nation, Nankasano, or one Casano, any patriotic feeling and sentiment. One Casa, a candy for the American the nation dry. Oh, Nipa he, a man penny for he, and on my bass or must me banami and Casano be did that into the music ramen pet. Me basa me besumo mine na meja nsenna ho me live legacy ama me dimbra mini ho nipa he na yesa o mampani bia ba otukwa oje ne pede pepepepepepe ni bibia e wo state no no beje ni nyina pepepe nti etu ache ade bia ni ho a clearly obi ya hu se we de wetu no ho ache o me de me ba eto de bia na convoy edi menim no 30 na mo tan se oman no ho akere yen na afei mi hu se eniema mu nye de ntino eniema mu ye de man nti bia ka ba a police for me no na di mechi Ghana for mo nhwe se na me ye se ne be ya me kire mo se me tu me ho ache sa strike ne na se for aye koyi a eto de bia mumu bebre mo nti ase ni nyina e kire it points to a certain lack of patriotism on the part of leadership. Now say you die no usua nia onim odi enim no enante into leadership enye patriotic leadership and sacrifice ya then na ofo so won e wase ono and sacrifice de bia na mo say ye no mu entwen ope ye nte ye belt ye tight belt na mo de modidi anom ayi ufufuo enam aguso say ni na ni okoto apofin opoku aponchinam odwananam ponkonam ni nyina eguso wodi di wi a one munsuo anamo nsa papa bi na ufuru etatwe waso condition as of fun account na wo da ho na wo hwanko na wo ba okomode na and they will say so no it will not emba it's a patriotism emia yedwuma depends on leadership near leadership no president Adi Rollins ebaso na otashe agbada na fuguru on say na nkofo
ashase
Alan Shemantin yes minister for trade special initiative and on sha say this African trade buy and president Akufo-Addo buy or buy no tomata the most at times on say oshe on say or start to say oshe no Africa marketing me say Pentecost for we your opinion so be say we then we share coat na say for answer na coat say me ka be a media because me dey acheche and na me ko program be so say we share coat na say for me say me nibi because as I say in any mono started say all share na fenti no obi aye den ehia won enti say bass in any mono aye o madwen say omo betumo ho ache na omo milk the nation dry obi betumi aye dwuma mfie ne wo ho na on pay say obepe salary increment because opinion na nkasa no kire so de ntuma aye den aboniem
na wakobo ourselves one area commentaries ni bia for pa destabilize your mind one way or the other they be that gidi labor front no salary disparities. I don't know how we can close the gap or make a reasonable percentage of Ghanaian worker no
quite comfortable because you could take at a stand for you. Who should be also my year, Juma 35 years, market you 1,800. Who should be also may call retirement, market you 1,600. Now, so any panel there, yes, was had in fact to be a call or be a manusim. They be a Macassa say, shall say yes, Tonope. Nadia Libre Casibia Eba. How do we solve that gap? Because a gaba, if we don't pay attention to it, the problems they
come and come abedi or my Ghana so. Na or you're committed and or you're patriotic and na or say on ye pro any catastrophe. Afe nkoma bresono or making sure say enye on mine no ho and now no be fire ye ukonkrofo a uhwe kuro na se kwa me nkoma krom ntumi amfa development papa bi anko uhwe na point is na sefo ni nyina ofa se osuafo a na wankasa wo a na wankasa wo odan a weden utim estates na sefo a osisi ye no bebre wo ho a osisi ye se wo ye member of parliament a obedemu a se wankasa wo krom no na ofie a wo na wo krom oba enye aban dan ubedemu kakra na oye wedwuma na eden ukọ edu bibi no won a nkofo bi etoto aban property but ye ton mom kwan a ese eden ye ton mom so na che enye aban ho na obefa na waye yi niam bebre wo ho a esese na ofo se ese wo ansa na wabeye ase soafo ana ti omo aye palm se soafo no na omo ye nkofo na omo abobra da we political theory a. Now, one of the scholars, thinkers, was saying, say, you see, property should be one of the requirements that would have to be considered in determining who must be given political appointment. I say, obi a wabo brada, as I see a she, wabo braben,
okoya amanyosem, jem brapa no
wabo. You investigate your background. Who then brana wabo? A day you man awaye. Sika ben we to me esave who are yere who mba who are your dependents ye hwede nyina na hu se wa bo brada na wan kase wa akwa properties for yourself any ye hwe se we onfa ne nsa ma yeden embebo aban sikim ba yen no yen de yen hwe ne sa so Nkrumah was mindful of life na we lead ansa na wa yeden wa appoint. Fast forward from Nkrumah ma yejuma kakra to Nkrumah other regimes na yejuma kakra but a bit to Rawlings time PNDC time no one esan say no you very young one of form say oni omo be yejuma most of them no mo school bebre nso young omo wie school eni nti na won ye den won bo brother nti no nia ekoba ne say esan say wo mo brother nti no aban me pese obeboa na aban etumi eye ne na utu o manti no umo brother udidanti aban be den adan umo brother on talk anti aban be ma ka umo brother unisa ne manti aban be ma sa anka yina sanse wo ya abofrant se ne be ya wadwen entumi obenya hoto na de den ode edwuma de aba abra de abo aban no eno na ye the genesis of the conditions of service or article 7 office holders Rawlings yes awie no the year 1992 constitution no and afi ye de no ye den e be hihie mu ende ama abetwetwere ye kon mu a ebinom ye form say oman mu ai de ebinom nte won ye form say appointees ombo brother enim nkofo ye kire omade ye kire ofi school no national service kura wanye bi enso wo hwe property okwa aban mu property will make you within 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Now, what they compare na emu yewrem. Enti no, seni a odi nkan kai no, say a basi you could create a certain category of public service workers. Na omodie omaketuem, enye so omunim, eto de bia openi, wo de we century ni, woni enkofo ni bebre aban appointees, eya woni omudi nketa awoso. Obi o wa woni ne interact a wum se na we so eba ne sen we so ebu mi so we so edi mi so so woni obi eye interaction se na adwemu ye ha ana se onimude wa bon ebi no ma bon pa to se woni omo ye argument na woni omo ye interaction a adwenu mo kra enso so ni ya man V8 ya man saloon car account oji pet free na tadi o she ya man ho allowance owo chauffeur driven vehicle owo gardener or cook or den so no the contribution anka wone ne kasa wone ne di nkomo say the contribution to governance and national development will be zero. And so na ya den ya form na ya mom eniema bebre na was ankofo wo ka say your friend is saying eniema mo ya den enti entity eniema so ana say ya esi we nom de omo de no it's provided for by the constitution. Into no sense mrapon na kanti no omo de ye wo ye new esi de mom na ebinom de omonfa omano enkopem ban ana say bi constitution of the republic no enya it doesn't contain biblical or organic injunctions. Constitution
subject to
me pacho even chere konkron no kra no eto de bia o kenkan na be say na we so Bible people have issues with biblical contents. Nti even Bible mun sem kra nya ni na eto de bia ye swallow the hook line and sinker. Why will you say e wo mra constitution tian ye nya na say when it suits the politician or say nya na sa okay eno na bia medwen hu a me Nina ejina the fact that we all don't know. Yeah, constitution review. Yeah, constitution review. In started the process started in 2006. Branham ye igmore IE. And you can't say, IE provided a platform that's called the Ghana Political Parties Program. The program brought together the leadership of political parties representation in Parliament to discuss issues of national importance in an apolitical manner. Now, ye study be you can't say we are auditing the gaps in Ghana's democracy. Now, you make recommendations for reform. The first study, was political party leaders, Edema consultant to be a friend Professor Reginald Austin, who is in Zimbabwe, and the program was also funded by an organization in Netherlands called the Netherlands Institute for Multi-Party Democracy. To far Reginald Austin and only Professor Kudo. Every team up talk Ghana Henina, na me omo akwala omo suma me. Talk Ghana Henina no put together a document. Then that document was further developed by Professor Kuna Hoy, Professor Yao Chumesi, Dr. William Mahaji. Then I was a research fellow to them. And he talk Ghana Henina, he developed a document to be called Democracy Consolidation Strategy Paper. So that Democracy Consolidation Strategy Paper identifies several flaws in our 1992 Constitution and make recommendations for reform. One of the recommendations for reform was that the 1992 Constitution had our problems, even though it has saved us, but our challenges into the year review. You can't say see, it started 2006, so you can't say 2008 and the elections, and President Mills, President Mills, we need, and Professor Kwame now a document to say political parties, I agree. Say, you review Constitution to wait for Juma. Professor Mills, the first or second State of the Nation's address, or see, and say political party leaders agree. So you review Constitution, may review, and now put in place a Constitution Review Commission. Say they should undertake a nationwide public consultations on aspects of Constitution that must be reviewed, based on also the document that we had prepared, Democracy Consolidation Strategy Paper. Na mumbisa Ghana for say yense same one no more yes but it is interesting or it's important for me to say constituting the Constitution Review Commission, the membership was bipartisan. MPP4 our representation was NDC4 MPP4 was they were represented by no means a person than the late Kenton. Okay. Academia, civil society, Jimensa, political science department, Dr. Nicola Samponsa was there, NDC. Now, it was OSHA, it was a thoroughly constituted, properly constituted commission. And we call Ghana, edit a report, reflected the concerns of Ghanaians at the buy about the review of the 1992 Constitution. Then we kick-started the process. We formed a Constitutional Review Implementation Committee, and that will be the process near the court. I'm the court, and the Supreme Court. The reason is that and yet a buy and also only did the Constitution Review process. I'm the court, na court rule is a case. We had been ushered into the fever of the 2016 into a Constitution Review process here the Then we held elections. A new regime was elected. New government in the Bayern, the document I spend on mine sikatwitwiri die ye de aye no you see ye challenge na say MPP for esha de ase a na NDC for ba omoto twene say NDC for esha de ase na say MPP for ba omoto twene nti ye problems de bia we are starting anew de bia na esha de wo hwe housing project how emsekufuo esha ase or share free housing as no NDC for buy and mills na or de it means and buy omo so omo ye den omo ye omo de no so omo ye omo nwie and people for buy so omo so abandon omo so they are thinking about we are always starting anew. No nation can develop if it is always starting anew. Who we are they be a share this at the asofo free SHS here you introduce look Yemu bebre ewo challenges or issues with the free SHS, but well, that's the vision of the president, and that is a signature project of Professor Juma. Or yeah, even though it is based on borrowed resources and funding it in a problematic. I believe say on person yombi to me in especially if funding is improved to the project, our program, and yebemano ama fine. There is no guarantee. Say NDC4, NDC4 power. Omo beden, omo. Boom. Ain't you once what back? Not once what.
That's the challenge. We are battling even with the other front about educational front. A lot of battles.
Once what back? Not one day. Ebinum kaneno ebinum si yako yako form 1 to form 5, and yako 6 form. We are 6 form. Now quite national service and so call university. We invest outside national service and so pay Juma. Na ebinum ba I say well you be kono 3 years ebinum 4 years ebinum 3 years ebinum 4 years. We are not even a serious nation. Oh, and so send ya medi nkankan no am ko fo no ne mo say ye anka yenim yentu kwan da.
We are ignorant.
Ye first no obi tro ne car travel na ye ntiase so utu kwan a e na obehu ne ekoso obibi na based on that no
abaye odi
na me that's me American ya de bia na enkofo me kan na enkofo sere me nsan ka bi me se bra na me unim se etumi tena Ghana ha na obi wo ho a obo no nsafo yin se me nsuo nsuo no eba once every month to koye politics no wa ye or the machine be sin nsuo no ba ya no apom fufu na nsuo no ko once every month and or he is proud to say that oh at least nsuo no ba I say baby for yentu nsuo mu da me se bra me ko school me ko PhD Tufts University funding your mom scholarship na me do ha no mo diska bi share mensa mo diska no share mensa no eja krasi ni a matena Ghana me nko me nduru kwan da e diska no ma me no na me di nka me koto blanket store ne ma ba kakire na me to bucket and so the esi ho to bucket me bu nsuo dware mbu nsuo na me di si ho anche adechi na me professor supervisor Professor Pearl Robinson or associate at Tufts University or buy which am I want to say me say o me ho ye na sika na de man to say me say o matoto na ma kakra maybe mato na say na bucket you swear and as bucket man fi no professor winning the uses of bucket there into medani asem na e bon koma na o say na me say bucket here we bu nsuo egum here na ma me pese obi sa me ntia me si o mpacho me bu nsuo le si wo na me so na pana ebia nsuo emma na che say me nsuo I was being proactive coming from Ghana e kan no da for stress o say me ha na e wo me 60 years of my existence no me hu si atu nsuo mu da enti fa back san ko
till 1 month baba ko na
ko we do 2 years wa ha bucket fa bucket ko na fa me ho popo me de bucket no so call me yes me de call no me do one on hey with the bucket na tell me say I omo bucket no kra wo mra omo ampese obi behu say me return bucket no po ha kota ade na ka say the cause goods sold are not returnable what they yes what they call who any so no say you have not traveled to see some of these things say it happens elsewhere Uba University here ye pray say sika ye pray fan aban university aban asset so be say public university aban must give money to aban sika or the money na teacher for cape kwanya university no ebetua na light bill aban fa ho kwanya university no betua na water bill aban fa ho nti ukọ halls na say obi aduana no pay amanfo etimi kọ beebi so ewo do brisi no e ma ne ye ma 10 ye nyansuo mfa flesh ade etina so be kọ na afa amanfo ejina so na ojina so na sansa nti ojina so na wo so ne hwen na opia ade ba yentumi enya emfla onto kwan enkohu se baby ukọ na ukọtena ade no so a me first experience me tena ade no so me yes me sorry no na ade na nkasa ayira anu nkasa won fa won san so bibia we na anu nkasa ayira na ma di
travel and see
they know me papa wonya ne baby na ono tena enam Rollins a obetu aban SMC 2 eguye na okunkum kofo ntia ma me papa atu kwan kotena UK ma obeye UK citizen and as for because he had to seek podcast. I believe in another meeting come say. So no oyabanya anko be making the policy say. Ghana yemfa kwan bi so na yema obia ntu kwan kwa abruchiri. Na okodi 3 months na kohwe nia ekoso wo ho. Nti say wo ba wote niema bi ase.
But fortunate for us.
Wote niema bi ase. Nti no you can demand accountability. Brother me go school tough no. Obi ehu a say brantie a waba mba say o be perform ombe say o munwuma ne bi na mo ba say o be school. Obi ehu a so de okwa kobwa nye Ghana yi. Obi ehu a ko na kobwa nye Ghana yi. Takwa na dwo meda wa na say na den na obi ehu a kobwa nye Ghana yi. Me vice chancellor wabahada. The minister for education wabahada. The president wabahada. Mpenimfo na wabahada. Ada omuntumi anye den emfanye ejuma. Ni say sankofo omoye nkofo kuma bi a omotututu kwan. And they are presiding over an ignorant citizenry that does not know in near ekoso baby. You know, they know that they are not able to demand accountability. Okay, into the nyama beko, but now ye na ye knowledgeable. Etututu ehunia ekoso. Ye na won so etututu kwan no, omode nia omekoku obebi no, omode ebe develop yenya. Wo tu kwan na me nso metu kwan da. Enti me na wo ye hia ye se o sa ye ne sa wanti ye ne sa. But we are ignorant. Enti nyama ekoso bebrebe ni nyina no, enyina fits into the fact that one of our key features as a developing country is that we have an ignorant citizenry that is unable to demand accountability and keep regimes on their toes. Into esa debia propaganda. Maye, I say maye we maye. Make I say maye we maye. Say politics ticking the boxes. Oh, maye and so won't say enyada. I say you provide employment. I'm a nipa. And so debia uncle for their say you share employment. That's achievement no maye niema ye ka. Listen, na me my papa bi obedi University of Ghana so a friend NSIT vice chancellor. Oye niema bebre we your infrastructure. Na oye in such a way that enyo no na okwa abonten ka say yes na at the school for nankasa no papa we dey wa yes if you live in a democratic dispensation where the political elites and a debia omaya
ehunu no
na kire say asem ho say why enso manfo na ba bonten be ka say maybe I say you are providing so much jobs enso no I say in Centrania ekoso ewo enkofo bi fake pastors crusade ase fake pastors who come crusade ase a de bia yesi obubuafo bi yasane yare enso obubuafo no bi anim okrom ho onifre ni bi yasane yare ohu ade enso ubisa ekromafo no a obi anim no sana ya achievement that bi anaye so people and sink it and today be an propaganda and what we have to overhaul our entire democratic and governance system. Yeah, for a thorough overhaul. You leader be all say look me here President Nana Akufo-Addo and yeah and ma yemu bi edi ne ho yawo e de kire say wo hwe adwuma na wedi nimfia na akoenim na me kai say embiri bi first time na me say na o pe kwan say obe onikufuo contest na me school ni na o kire say enye afiansa na monto aba ma me na me nkohwe amra na mo mikresi kano na Christian church na ye spokesperson sika no wo hode da na me de ba me ankasa mabo me bre wie president Akufo-Addo meti say that time no kra na me say drive aban eka onu ankasa woni fie o na ankasa woni bi ntina ye mu bebre eni da so eni suma na ye woni say obey leader is only going to be interested in legacy niema ye pe nkofo pe wo kare a o sha na se no say o ka che wa o ka che na point you say obi pe ni ho enya ban mu onko private sector but I say nti me ka se sa de na nko de be yi adwuma na nko no obi fi me de mbaji din keke but o sha na point is no bebre ni niema akoko so na se fo ama say it appears that there is a certain hopelessness Akufo-Addo entumi anya ono ananka ye wo sa gidie ewo numu no kra entumi anya say ye kwan
na say wo can we dey wo ye no tu ye wo omo flag bearing contest about your people who are showing up say one person omo hwe no better.
Well, you see sankofo no ye betumi aka omasem ba me chere say before ye be ka omasem no say afianso no
president we failure na
president Akufo-Addo in terms of trust and confidence, he has not lived, up to the trust and confidence and the goodwill.
As a result of
media or a leader until the backs will stop with him. On one person went to me and live the life according to the goodwill and expectation. The voter, President Akufo-Addo, it is. Ebinsi, EDBT President Mahama, Ebinsi, the history of a fourth public game will be that. It tells you, say, Nanko for a wood, any arreshum, but and there, Ubisa, Ubia, Wonga, na die in the wood as supporters of him, Ubi so almost an amen count. I didn't pass can Ubia say, made a men count, Ubia men count. He has disappointed Ghanaians.
Well, I think we're joining Professor Jampo in the children command. A Ghana and common yedi into baby free babyano. So pepe and yedino. We need a country. Menu you be extremely comfortable. Yeah, Kasa, we continue to be proud and patriotic Ghanaians. No one and a lot of issues you raise up. It's say you're vulnerable. It's say ignorant. Ignorant, the word used advisedly. I know say no PhDs, Debbie. If you know a brawum. Any amount might be so come for some mutumpon, a show mukrum and any more moody guacoma. Clearly, a home on the year I didn't in the idea. Yea, to say the year to an among Basana Montuno, Egina Faco. What continues to be the challenge of this country? The Professor Jampo, never boy, I'm getting at it. One major area of the NDA employment opportunities. You say, if we are say, I buy any croon mano, a create all those opportunities. They say, quite the almost baby I could do no. A bank want me near that opening for opportunities for job. Other individuals, any private for no at this animal tuning. But when you have it made more we pay, it is dependable on a certain environment, any certain policies. And your traditional universities are churning out every year by a huge number of graduates. What do we do? Are we seeing that in terms of job opportunities, private, government? Individuals.
I say, and I invest,
It's a courses now.
Employer.
Yeah. The money by the term.
One Casano, you see, on my bone.
One more Mocasa and Montitiana Modema and on my bone.
And they say, on my bone in terms of the appreciation of the essence of university education. You can't invest here. You see, university education and yet vocational education. You are supposed to begin broad, universal education that makes you receptive to learning and training in Bibia. Swahili, philosophy, and linguistics, or a bank. Na this year no, and na dini mono, ama na adwemu abie enti ye no kwhye ya na ye training na
kakra bi
omudu no universal education and ye that's almost cause I say I'm you churning out all the people with the requisite skill now. Their job openings are it's not the fact that we are churning out people and their jobs and they are refusing and that's their jobs no refuse them. Ejuma nankasa no ebi ni wo the openings are not there. You uncomfort omo kwa brochire omo na Ghana akwa brochire hwe ayi ade madam fubi ine madam fubi school ni bi wo be yire to be madam fu school ni bi a ya kire na de wa ha owie school owie ye no okachire akobo ne masters owie watena ho aye ne doctorate owie oye no aba Ghana so aba Ghana me be pay dwuma na area no so a okura no owo no aye very technical ade area a pay dwuma sa onya ene na nsawe ho se mo ka kire me se we dey mesako back to that
wanya
onye adwuma ye watena abeye say 5 years a all pay dwuma ko interview upon interview onya nti so we dey mesako back to that nimdie ene nyansa wono odi koboa na so it is not the case say you are not producing the right caliber of people. The point is that even if you produce the right caliber of people no krana the openings are not there. Well, I got here, Napku. Napku, Sabe, Mfono Mote Napku no, Omoma, Omodo Mukako Napku.
Napku say, Kay opening kakra.
And I say opening kakra, Wuti hey, Eduma we, opening kakra, and Kanana, Why Faya, Oba phones I can see me, no, I mean, who, Wakaki, and swear, and I'm a shaka corner. Akasa, Napku, and Calbert, you will be away. That's in youth employment. Youth employment, yeah, Okoye, Bessa, then say, exit one na obebu mbena ne nisuade ese opeso obenyi be ye penim papa or ye sustain so opening papa betumi ahwe ne yere ne mba a nisuade hu se mpese me koye adwuma e wo yi for 2 years na yi mesi chen wow enti da bia achievement maye oh ya ma adwuma so after 2 years you have no work you go back to the system and you are look problems no edoso ni aban bia opeso obaso eso ye ne se hwe eniama ye ne bebre ye ka meye we yenyini yi abia owo enisuade hu papa no oba ni opeso to make catch Ghana for problems no doso from independence up to now the history of the Fourth Republic up to now yen share dance of problems no enti no me ba me promise me na me pese me ye ne se me hwe education me hwe apomudin saadie mienu pe na mpesa meye ye ma ye ye nti education say free ye disika nyina ko hyemu yie na fe enne ko secondary schools emofra de da bonte and emofra de da form headmistress ni headmasters ya bo ma no say wo ka ye be transfer omuntumi nka a teacher for ha no mafra on the ofra wa no apa cho say me pa cho enkobo mi din na ya esunie ye timi hwe na education no eye yie na fe health care it sika papa ehim na fe o mindful contribute na two major ayi ye achieve ni year na ya ye ni yie afoforo nso ba osemema mu nyina adwuma enye napku type of adwuma them will create an enabling environment for the private sector to thrive so that nkofo nipa bebrebe adwuma no so ba ya na wa ye ni yie na onu so efi ho obi ba o say energy me so me ni ye no so efi ho say yes oman no be den ebetu mpon na mom ye de esan say ye mounto political campaign rally platform na ye pese ye kan ya nipa asun be yo nipa pese o mutinti see we want to tell people what they want to hear until we promise everything knowing we can achieve nothing ohwe omo ye be are we serious oba say going forward we are serious ni oba portion ya mienu ana miensa Ghana for you ntumi nya ni nyina we do
ahoɔden akogo
no do ahoɔden akogo wo wie a wati din na wa fio na obi nso aba no nso aba ene de mienu ana miensa owie a ono so din eno na ye be niema achievement ye be achieve no e be last e be ye quality na fe amanfo e be boye din e de din be tabata say we na obeye we na ye ne de bia hwe etumi eye kwan anopa anopa by enyumre near the street light is one day because president just one day adebeche na start photos amino your problems no do so now it requires a selfless and sober leadership obe pound of akachom say esan say problems no do so no person na ekun ho okay obi a wabo ne brother so esan say wabo brother ye ma car wo car wankasa wo use that mo ani bi aketu akakra wo dan bi awoda nti no ji akakra be so ho kakra bi na boa nyi ntumi nyane mfanji din na ho ne yedu ho ne sese yedu ye nu wo ye ho ne sese yedu se echina won a se won ba be two president Akufo-Addo ebebe di president Akufo-Addo ade won a pre so ba be di omo be frankatuo ewo NDC F4 ehoi nia me hwa kwan so mbe ne se omo pa nkofo a omo ankasa ni mude nkofo a omo abobrada na nkofo a omo nyina adwen ne se ye de mpuntuo a eye papa eba oman no mu nye bibia not every aspect of like
Mijini say we one out of the series onyame adon brame uni adaje we understand but obonya brede said addition we abre interestingly bring to person you wrap up around area one kasa odi akusi no it is obvious the NDC is John Dramani Mahama very obvious even though you do for ni ira kojobo nsumo but obrebro aswati now head the party man do na candidate is John Dramani Mahama now challenge of the new patriotic party aye nipa obabishia John Dramani Mahama ayi yewo era Alan Kojo Chemati ho yewo era Dr. Owusu Afiri Akoto ho yewo era Kennedy Akompre ko Japan ho yewo era eye Dr. Mahmoud Baomia ho and yewo era Jogati era eye Adaini mu and yewo era Boachi Ejako and yewo era Apreku ho no names ni bu amebo no o si hia maybe they'll be going for their super delegates and then get the 5. But share these men Mobish Dramani Mahama to decide Ghana a shebre for the next 4 years. MPP, why now do this as I dina bano? Well, you say a bit to me. First rebellion, if you have to choose. Yes, I know. First 5, because super delegates be 5. So first, that one is fair. No, first 5, that one is fair, Prof, because super delegates be 5. The ideally, people 8, 9, mabo muding.
My young cousin, Papa, na media way the first 5 for them can.
So we need
Modia first 5 from Jampu say me mamos anis no. Nia me who say, look, I've interacted with many of the nkofo omayo omadwen se ompeso omudi president Akufo-Addo adwen ebinum ho ana ni momo ebinum so ho ana ni momo na oni omo ina akasa politics is about contest of ideas na de omo wo papa and chairmantin wa ideas na pa maum Dr. Baomia o ideas pa Afiri Akoto o ideas pa Kwabena Japan o ideas pa Kenya Japan, we don't say people, man of the people. Or no, so Osha, I say, oh, wait, yes, presidential sana. Donald Trump on a mancha. Into no, also, Osha, send your yen in your man or your fourth right now, no nonsense now. On also by yen, maybe Osha, or also people feel say, or also ideas obey to media. They all have great ideas, great, like I said, I have interacted with them. But me share any amukra ideas, even more superior ideas to others. And near me who so say, one na make on wasemi. Bebre no wa they were or are still they were with President Akufo-Addo in the physical. But I said spiritually no, they had they departed of very varied views as to how things can be done. But as I saw MPP na abent na say almost what aban no to be any ombe. What I'm proposing is given the very serious ideas some kofui away. I'm proposing a certain debates, internal flag bearership debates. Internal flag bearership debates. How Alan Chairman and Baumia akoto efi kwabne Japan ade
Wache Japan adaini Jogate
how they especially after their
delegates
super delegates how they are going fair in a debate so that the sense of who is who. Why and obetumi LED as for like NDC as rightly said NDC is a foregone conclusion. I do not see
before
but I don't see how
John Mama
in their own words is a presumptive presidential candidate for the NDC. I don't see how anyone can overturn this. I just say in Central Krano, even in Central Krano, this is Jesus Christ to Ankasaba. Now, apart from that, I mean, you say be between see, that view or will be changed. But what back MPP more? It's going to be a keenly competitive at the process. Na nia ombetumi dia ye abo omanfo and omo delegates and omanfo yina so ombe create that platform, dialogue platform. That young man JFK secretary metri emane no say on fanka na ni so ade hunu ho na on create a fair a level in field platform emfama aspirants no na omo debate one joining Akufo-Addo government no omo nchire ne omo ye okay how they govern their ministries niema obaye ne ehunsunsuanso papa bia Ghana nyaye na omo nchire ne a omo kwan omo fa so edi party from aban ne niema bia omo ye wo na eno no ebema ye hu nia okita owo obetumi aye adwuma no in terms of replacing Akufo-Addo. So I believe that they have ideas. Some have superior ideas, and these things will come out clearly when they are all engaged in a debate.
Okay, so Prof, you're a poor partner, but area Kwabnedu, I don't know for Santa Yako, Unia paying Professor Danny Kofi Edu, Anna Omame, Oba Florence, Abana Chumwa Edu. Yaka say the radiator start from Namiadma 1 week on she share and say Sejimasi Presby Primary Park, I want to be so Memenda January, needed also at you know what 28 January 2023, and upon on what you prepare. Yes, I don't for say one quarter area Kwabnedu, do for the Santa. The cheap bra, ne mammy, and Afi, a year Ninia paying Professor Danny Kofi Edu, Nanimami, Oba paying Florence, Abna Chumwa, a radiator a day from Prof. Ghana Bay, and that's all.
Well, a son said, and Kwawo na Yajinia Midi, a movie be a quite sorry, a bombay, say, or mine any yintino. Mijidi said, Nyami Wumua, a be na Osha, President Akufo-Addo, Nansenya, or Kushia, a sorry penny for be on no cracker, and say, Mumwa, Munkai Ghana, Bible. And you know, a son say a train, Yamintino, say, a be, Nemum see a DNA, Nipa. Neomaye fi 19 is hybridia. I say we are going round in circles. Your maya ejina midi. Ya bompire se nyame ankasa nkyere nia obetumi edi enim. Nanse nyame mfisho embe bibia manipa ordinam nipa so. E mompire se nkyere ye ndi enim papa a ye di oman ne hye nsa. Obetumi ebu oman ne se ne ya na ye ho behare. E bond ne na asefo ne nsem akokkoso yi. On se ha ye nyina. Oman ne mu anwe yenya penipa ni nenim papa de bia na eta yenna enra madam for be this am so say enne why investment be with a bank be na enne mature sika no aban account mu a ohun bebi a onfanko si embu oman ni year some of these concerns and but so me be am first can nkoto yan sha na behwe ma fe enkofo bi ebe sorry ekoku akonkofo fie ekokunku omo enam say enkofo I lose confidence in the financial system intinu afi obi enye sika so me de kwhye me dem me kwhye me mpaase okomo di obi suno ne sika hye odem a ofatu a ode ba so ebe attack enkofo intinu bitu aban ini papa na we should not sacrifice our quest for debt sustainability we should not sacrifice our financial system, you know, for our quest for debt sustainability. Yes, sir. A financial system no GDA a woman collapse here. I buy a day said that opesika kwade bibia obez obi adisika e be hye ne mpasse.
Professor Jampo, mamena say me be digo. Na me adoma e china ye warum say no so me da say oje brehwe bibia nya e be say hye bi. Bye.